and I'm late, and I'm sorry. I apologize. So, this is Reality with Kristen Marie. This is Whose Side Are You On? Even though I'm just going to do the Hey Terry, I'm just going to do Beverly Hills. I do have my notes. And again, this is Whose Side Are You On? But I'm just going to do a little bit of Beverly Hills recap and get into Beverly Hills because I don't know how I feel about the episode. I think it was quite boring, actually. I don't think we saw anything that we didn't already know. And that part, yeah, I guess we'll get into it. But if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm live on YouTube, live on Twitter and Facebook. And I'm going to be adding like Twitch and stuff to that. I just don't know when. Again, that's my cameras again. But yeah. So I see Terry's here. Everybody let me know what you thought about the episode because I thought it was boring. I think that it's going to get better. I think this season's definitely going to get better. But I took notes. I have comments, and let me know what you guys think. Yeah. If you're listening, hey Amir, if you're listening on the Whose Side Are You On podcast side, please, if you would like to see this my crazy live, come over here every Friday between 12 and 12:30. I always post a link. And so you guys can see how nuts I am on camera because I'm a mess. But that's what supposedly you guys love about me. But anyway. So what did you guys think about the episode? Hey, Mamir. Like I said, I thought it was boring. I also have, okay. Can you guys please? Oh, Terry, I thought you were talking to me. I'm like, oh. Again, guys. Oh, also on the Whose Side Are You On podcast side, can you guys please hit the follow over there? Spotify and Apple and all that. It does help, even though I'm not monetized, it does help. So, but okay. Now I want you guys to, hey Shay, I want you guys to take a look at Kyle's face. Okay. I wish I could pull it up. Like I said, I'm afraid to do it because of the Elsa Jean stuff, because of the porn stuff, but something's wrong with her face. And it's like her jaw is protruding out from her. Like it's like her bottom jaw is coming out above her above jaw. Hey, kitty cat. Hi. Above her top jaw, right? Her mouth looks funny, right? But then Erica is the same thing. Erica's the same thing. Hold on, I gotta put my fan on. Erica's the same thing. And I don't understand. And actually, Gina from OZEMPIC, same thing, right? But none of them say that they're on OZEMPIC. At least I don't think Gina does anyway. I don't think Gina says she's on Ozempic, does she? Because I feel like there's something wrong. Like, I know they've lost a lot of weight, but there is something wrong with the way that Kyle's speaking. If you watch What Happens Live, hey, get away, kitty cat. You got to get away from all the wires. Sorry. The way that she's talking, it's kind of like her face is looking funny. It's like deformed. No, it's deformed. And I don't understand. And same thing with Erica. Erica seems like she is, you're going to knock my wires out, kitty. Erica seems like she's talking funny too. Like I said, they've all one big face. What does that even mean? Like, it's weird. Like, why is their jaw like coming out? Like, is that from like losing weight? But it's kind of bothersome. And I was watching on Watch What Happens Live. Same thing there. I kind of was like, this is bad. This looks so bad. And I don't know, like I said, if anybody else has picked up on it. One pick Ozempic. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Ozempic. I'm assuming it's the Ozempic. But I'm like, is it them losing too much weight? You know what I mean? Like, Gina's face looks funny too. But that was like my first thing. That was the first thing I noticed. About Kyle. I was like, why is she talking like that? I'm like, I talk funny too, right? Then I was thinking it was lip injections, right? Because I get lip injections. Oh, I just started. Well, I did a while ago, but I just got them like where they were noticeable, right? And I feel like I talk funny sometimes, but Kyle, it just, if you really watch it, you'll see exactly what I mean. And yeah, like your face does change a lot, but like they're talking funny. Does it really make your jaw like come out like a, I don't know. So that was my first thing, and I noticed, and I'm like, that and Kyle, Kyle being sober is great, right? And excuse me, somebody said something about me smoking on camera, so that's why I'm gonna keep shutting off my camera. I apologize. Just like real quick. But the way that Kyle was speaking, it was giving me really weird vibes, and it was like her she was struggling to talk. And I'm just going to assume that it's either plastic surgery or, losing too much weight, or I don't know. Like the fact that Gina's face looks like that too, and so does Erica's, it makes me think that it's like, you're right, Ozempic, even though they all freaking deny it. And it's like, something's wrong with your face and the way you're talking. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be mean and like talk about looks and stuff, but like, I don't know. It's like it's really noticeable. And it's kind of like, look, man, like I wish Andy would say something. I wish Andy would say something, or somebody would say something. Why does your face look like that? Kitty cat. I'm sorry, guys. Kitty cat. I'm not happy today. Stop. I'm having trouble enough with my camera, and my cat is literally climbing all over everything. I am so sorry, guys. Anyway, and then Erica with the empathy comment. Oh my God, guys. Like, I was going to do who's starting on the thing with Kyle and Mo. Get off the table. Ari, stop it. Guys, I'm so sorry. I was going to do the whole thing with her and the tattoos, whether he should tell her she's allowed to get tattoos or not. I think that was just stupid. The question to that, like, my answer is he should not be able to tell. BTVR, what's that? Look at BT, Shay, look at BT. What does that mean? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, yeah. Even if, like, I'm all about losing weight, right? Like, do what you have to do. I'm not even against Ozempic. I'm just against, like, what is wrong with your face? What is wrong with your face? And don't think, Kyle. I'm really annoyed with Kyle this episode. Okay, so let's just talk about this. I'm sorry. I'm back now. I'm not gonna recap it, but let me just say this at first. Oh, velvet robe. Oh, okay. I got it. Oh, okay, Shay. I love you, Shay. Thank you for being here. I miss you. So this is how I feel, and I said this the other day. These rumors about Mauricio with Elsa Jean. Now, yes, I made the Elsa Jean pic. I made the meme with Elsa Jean's face and Dorit's face. And by the way, Dorit looks hot with dark hair. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think she looks freaking hot. I think she looks amazing with dark hair. I am shocked that I like the way that Dorit looks. I do. I love her with dark hair. Even if she's annoying, I can love her and still think she's annoying. But okay, so Kyle and these rumors, okay, about Mauricio. They've been around for a long time. Elsa Jean, I'm pretty positive that it's true. Brandy is her friend, really good friends with her, like best friends. They do OnlyFans together. She said it for years. I guess Veneer, like the more prominent, but you can actually see like her teeth are not like, now how ours are, usually your teeth are over your bottom teeth. Hers are the opposite. It's the opposite, I love her darker hair too. I love it. Dorit. So, but see the blonde thing. Okay. I'm sorry, but Emma Slater looks just like Dorit. If Emma Slater, she's like the love child. Okay. She's the love child of Dorit and Elsa Jean. Okay. And the fact that Kyle's going to bring up these, it can change the way your face looks, but like that much though? I guess so with Gina, Gina's face. Gina looked like she was same thing. Gina from OC. Okay. And like I said, I'm all about like losing weight, but like would you stop yelling right now? You're going to hear this the whole time. Yeah. But okay. So the rumors with Kyle, and Mauricio, they've been out for years. There's nothing this is not new news. And it annoys me that Kyle is going to take this and use it as an opportunity to make up a storyline. And then she's saying that she's not doing this for the storyline, blah, blah, blah. I really, honestly, do I think that she, yeah, I do. I think she's purposely waited to decide that she was going to bring up the stuff with Mauricio. Now, conveniently, I think Morgan Wade, who I still believe is her half sister. Okay, I still believe that's her half sister. You don't just start hanging out with somebody like that and you get a tattoo over their name. Now, I don't believe it's sexual. There's a lot of reasons why. Now, people say, oh, they're half sisters, so they would have never done that video. Why not? They didn't hook up in that video, right? There was nothing going on in that video. They were just messing with us. And my belief is that Kyle would think that that's okay. I think that Kyle would believe that it is okay to make a video like that as long as you didn't do anything because you're half sisters. You know, the thing is, her dad was not an angel, right? Admittedly, he had affairs. Who knows where he traveled for business? It doesn't mean that Morgan's, you know, like just because it was quiet for all these years. There's a lot of secrets in Kyle's family, right? And I think this is just one of them. And like, I feel like when whoever reached out to who, Kyle says that she liked her, her Instagram, and then Morgan was like, why are you messaging me? I don't know you, or something like that. That's the way the story goes. And I'm like, that's strange because you're both really famous. It's not weird that you would follow each other. So why would you just say, oh, why are you following me, Kyle Richards? And I think because Morgan knew who her half sister was, this is my theory. This is what I've kind of heard. You know, Morgan would be like, you know, maybe Kyle knows I'm her sister, and that's why she's DMing me, or that's why she's liking my stuff. And then, you know, Kyle being like, yeah, or Kyle being like, yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they are definitely half sisters. And I feel like Kyle might have found that out. And I don't know. The whole story about them meeting is just weird. And the thing with the tattoo, okay, the K tattoo, even if they were dating, she's still she would not make it known. Like, she would not be hanging out with her like she was hanging out with her and make it look like they were if they actually were. You know what I'm saying? If they actually were doing something, why they wouldn't make it look like that. They would be really careful about hanging out if they were seeking. Because technically, remember, her and Marisa were not separated, allegedly. Well, they say they were, but we didn't know that. So it's not like it was announced. So she would be a little bit more careful if she was having an affair with a woman. Or anybody for that fact, right? That's my theory. But, and yes, I think, why are you making a documentary, Kyle? You're not a documentary person, right? I know that you like to make, like, you know, she did her show, but like, you're a documentary person about what? Getting sober? Like, what do you, about her life? What happened to her life? Do you guys see my color going in and out? It's weird. What's so special about Morgan's life that you're making a documentary out, except for the fact that maybe you're her half sister and that's how you guys, and you're making a documentary about like how you guys become sisters. I don't know. The fact that Kyle has so many problems with Kathy, it wouldn't surprise me that her and Morgan would be half sisters and get really close, because I feel like Kyle and Morgan are more alike than and Kathy and Kyle. I mean, Kathy's more like Kyle's stepmother or mother. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I have thoughts on too about that other stuff. But the things with Mauricio, they have been out for years. It's been, you know, it's not, I don't really think that it was a secret for Kyle. I do believe that something might have happened. I don't know how she could have avoided like the Elsa Jean rumors much longer. Like, she's on a show and she has everybody else's life. Everybody else is getting called out for their life. And then nobody's saying anything to Kyle except for Brandy Glanville and like a psychic a long time ago. Right. So to sit there and on camera and say, oh, well, at least they're about me this time and not you. And he's just like, huh? You know, like Mo is sitting there acting stupid as hell. And I'm telling you right now, I can't stand anything. I can't stand him. I used to like Mo. I used to like Mauricio, and I actually thought that psychic was crazy. I was like, oh, like back then I wasn't really, not that I didn't believe in it. I just thought they set that up. I thought they set them people up, right, to say what they want them to say. So the fact that like she was actually right is what it seems like to me. You know, like Kyle said a long time ago that when Portia was getting older, she was starting to have like this, you know, fear. Like she wanted to have another baby. She's like, her kids are her life. So when Portia was getting older, she's like, oh, I need to have another baby. It's like, wait a minute. Like, why don't you and your husband start to live your life? Right. So to me, like, there's another thing. Kyle wasn't emotionally fulfilled to begin with, because my theory about them getting married is that that was his way in. Kyle has always been, she was raised to marry money and to, by all means, like, just always, like, I guess the man's supposed to, like, you're supposed to marry money, right? So she starts having and have lots of kids. She has lots of kids. Like, I think Mo was happy with Kyle. I think he loved Kyle. It was his way in, but I think that he got tired of her like very quickly. And then they just started having kids. And I think Mo was a great dad. I think that he wanted to be a dad, and he just got sick of Kyle. The fact that he is so successful, and he was smoking so much pot on camera. And now there's nothing wrong with smoking pot on camera, right? At least I don't think so. But he's on a show, right? He's on 2 national TV shows. I don't know if your partners really want you to be going to meetings high. Like, I don't know. I'm not in Mo's life. Like, I'm not on his inner circle. But, Elsa Jean, that's the whole thing. You smoking pot on camera. You getting high as hell, not caring on camera. The fact that Dorit kissed her back on camera. That all bothers me. And he bothers me. And she bothers me. The whole thing bothers me. Because it's like, Kyle, okay, now I understand you're sober. I understand that, right? You're clear-headed. Were you not clear-headed for the last 30 years, though? Is that what you're trying to say? Or did he get somebody pregnant? Let's see. Maybe he got Elsa Jean pregnant. Maybe Dorito kissing his back. I'm sorry to be mean to you. Hold on. I'm sorry that I was mean. Come here. Come here. Momo kitten. Come here and say hi. She's mad now. She turned back to me. Okay, fine. All right. You sit right there. I'm sorry. Okay. You're my best friend. Okay. I love you. Okay. Anyway, so she can't stand Erica. But the fact that Dorit kissed his back on camera. Now, moving into like Dorit scenes, come over here. I want you to come over here. Come. She's like, okay, Mom. The fact that with the scenes with PK, with him eating all the freaking potato chips, that's hysterical. That was hysterical to me. I'm like, dude, what are you like? Ew, right? And I really didn't think that. I don't think he thought that there was a problem in their marriage, right? And maybe there wasn't a problem in their marriage. When Dorit is sitting there telling PK or telling us, I guess, that she had PTSD, with the robbery, with those nice robbers. There was supposedly a 4th burglary that I don't know why we're not talking about it. Now I'm talking about one after the burglary that we saw last season. She has PTSD. He's not been there. Now, going back to the rumor about him, when the night that he got pulled over, I wholeheartedly believe there was a woman in the car now. Because remember, he did not call Dorit. Dorit knew nothing about this. He gets pulled over. He's drinking. The cops let him go to the police station, get sober, sit there and hang out and get sober, call for a ride. They don't give him he didn't get a DWI, right? He never calls Dorito. He calls Mauricio. So yeah, I believe there was a woman in the car. He was doing something else. And I said that from day one. And he's going to get mad. He calls Dana CUNT, Dana Wilkie. But looky now. Now I know they're separated, right? I don't know what the whole reason behind it is. But if I saw my friend kiss my husband's back like that, I'm sorry. If you Google it, there is no way around that. It is so strange to me. It wasn't a confusion. She did not confuse. It was a 4-way hug. Okay. It's right after the burglary, and they meet at Mauricio and Kyle's house, and they do this 4-way hug, and Dorit is on the outside, and it's like, here's Mauricio's back towards us, and around comes Dorit, and I can't even do it on camera. It was a sexy, like you're about to have sex with him. Okay. I'm just sorry. That's what it was about. And I'm like, we all thought that was strange. I mean, a lot of people still have clips of that, and it's crazy. And there's really no way fucking around that. Like, I'm sorry. You did not think that was your husband's back. I would be upset about that. Okay. So, and I'm upset with her. And Dorit, if you want to leave PK, leave PK. Okay. Don't blame it on that you have PTSD for the robbery that I don't believe was even a real robbery. Allegedly, it wasn't. I'm just saying. You had these nice robbers. Again, if you're getting robbed 4 times, why do you not have the highest of security? Why don't you have the highest of like alarm systems? And like, what are you doing? You have PTSD from all these robberies. You have 4 robberies. Okay. Why don't you have the best of security? I don't understand, Dorit. That's why I don't believe you. Okay. I do not believe you. Do I believe you had an affair with Mauricio? No, I think you had sex with him. I think that Mauricio has been having an affair. This is all my opinion. Okay. I wish I could just make a banner right now. I could make a banner right now. All this is my opinion. This is coming from information that I get from the Patreon of Dana Wilkie, which I tell you guys all the time. She knows what she's talking about. She brings receipts. All the stuff that I say about Beverly Hills and the things I say I'm alleging, and it's my, hey Dana, oh my God, I'm so excited you're here. Happy Friday. Guys, now before I forget, dear Dana, if you still have your channel, can somebody link her channel in there for me? Or Dana, if you want to link your channel, if you still have it. I do want to start spirituality with Kristen Marie, and this is the person that I want to talk to about it. There, Dana. So we will talk about that later. But speaking of spirituality, love the fact that they're doing it on Beverly Hills again. I'm getting a little upset that people, I think it was set up too for insurance. Definitely. And I'm all for them doing the spiritual stuff and everything. I wish they'd stop making fun of it. It's kind of, and she's calling it new age, and this is not new age. I mean, dear Dana, Dana, that this is not new age, and it's new age to some people, but not in real life, Yes. Okay. And whether they paid off things from the insurance money, or I know they were paying things off prior to them getting the insurance money. But if if you know that you're getting money, if you know that money is coming, Aaron, you're here too. You could use your other money to pay things off and make it look like you. I'm just saying, there's something up with 4 robberies and you not having security to the 9. Okay, Kim Kardashian, after she got robbed, allegedly, her security got fired, and they hired even better security. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know if that's an inside job, and not to mention she talks about PK not being there, right? He did leave right after that for Hanukkah. I'm sorry, it's a Hanukkah that they celebrate, right? According to them, that's the most important holiday to Dorit and PK. It's the most important holiday. Why would he be over there doing it? Okay. And why I don't know what to think of anymore. But I can say that Dorit looks hot as hell. I am all for her dark hair. It even made me forgive her plastic surgery. And also, remember, if you watch these clip where she's in her confessional, repeating what Erica said, making fun of what Erica said, her English is perfect. Her English is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Yes. Dana's yes. It's definitely like, I get a little nervous doing it on my channel, but like, we'll have to figure that out. But yeah. So yeah. I mean, I've heard her come with her. I've heard her change her, go back to English a couple times, right? But it was funny watching her do it. And then she's like with her dark hair, and I'm like, you could be from Jersey. Like, you could totally be from Jersey, right? But anyway, Mel and Kyle, the fact that, okay. Like, I don't know what to think, because I know that these rumors have been out there. So, she wants to use them now as a thing that, this is why we're separated. Because you're clear-headed now. And her talking about the stuff with Kathy. Holy crap. Now, did you guys expect? I wouldn't want to be married to him either. And I don't believe that I believe she fell in love with him at one point. But what do you, like, the thing with Kathy? Okay, so now Kyle, she starts out with the fact that she is going to stay on her snake ass shit, Kyle. Her snake ass shit. And talk about how she wasn't going to defend now. She's purposely not defending. She said she purposely did not defend Kathy last season, because Kathy always comes and yells at her. And I understand how that feels when you don't want to answer the phone because you know that it's going to be an argument or whatever. But if you don't want to fight with your sister, why are you talking shit like this on camera? Again, say it to her. They're all supposedly all good now, right? I mean, do I think that Kathy's a nightmare? No, I don't. I think Kyle's a fucking nightmare. I think Kyle's a bad sister. And I feel like, her talking shit right now is probably going to be a problem. I just feel like I don't know why she wants her in her life. Like, I don't know why you want Kathy in your life if this is how you felt you've always been treated by her, right? I also have issues with moving on too. I have a hard time moving on. I don't get everything very easily. And then I will just cut you out. And that's fine with me, And that's kind of fucked up. But like, I do have I usually won't look back, but I do have one friend that I just recently started talking to again, and she was my best friend. She was in my wedding, one of my best friends. Desiree, and she's somebody that I did start talking to again. Like this is the one time that I'm doing that, because it's just she was one of my best friends. But I understand what Kyle's saying, but I also understand, like, if you don't want to, if it causes you so much stress and anxiety, why do you want your sister in your life? Like, I just don't understand. And I do feel like Kyle's more like Morgan than Kathy, but I do believe that I wholeheartedly believe that they are not dating, that they are definitely probably like half sisters. You know what I mean? I definitely think like they're half sisters, and we're gonna figure that out, and we'll find out. But what do you guys think about the Kathy stuff here? I'm gonna drop. I don't know if anybody wants to call in, but I'll just drop it anyway. But what do you guys think about what she was saying to Kathy? About Kathy? Do you think that's like? I mean, that's all her feelings and all, but like, it kind of seems like they need like therapy or something. Because how are they going to ever not have a relationship like that's toxic if you're not going to talk? You're not going to figure out what it is. Like, are you just like they're just forgetting about it, sweeping under the rug? So then when they see each other at like a holiday party, like they said at something's holiday party, they act like nothing happened. You know what I mean? Like it's yeah, I don't know. But moving on, I guess, because we get to the retreat, which I like the retreat. Like I said, I'm tired of them making fun of it. I'm glad that they kind of had a good time. I was completely surprised. But you see that like Dorit could not wait to get into Erica. And Dorit wanted nothing more. Dorit wanted what Dorit wanted from Erica, and that was it. She was like going to tell Erica what she was going to say about her. Your picture. I'm going to bring Kendra, but I can't take your picture. I can't. Okay.
Hello. Hi, Krista. Erin, I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking.
Amita, how are you, by the way? Not till next Friday, though, right? Or it's next Friday is your surgery?
It's next Friday. I'm dreading it. I want them to cancel it so they do it after Christmas. Because it's my birthday It's my birthday in December.
Me too.
I'm going to be trying my hardest, trying to learn how to walk.
Oh, I mean, I know you're saying you're laughing, but I know you're being serious, and we're definitely going to pray for you.
Yeah, I've got to laugh, because if you don't laugh, you're going to cry. I just want my birthday and Christmas out the way, New Year, then do it in the New Year. You know what I mean?
Can you do that?
Nah. Yeah, with the NHS, it's when they say basically, unless they cancel it and reschedule it, basically, because we get it free. Anyways, back to this show. What is BH?
Like what? Kyle, first of all, what do you think? Like, you've heard the rumors, right? Have you ever heard the rumors like about Kyle and Mauricio?
It's a load of crap just to make a story. But I do. One moment.
That's okay. I mean, I believe it's true. Like, I totally believe it's true. I just feel like, if Kyle is going to bring this all up, they definitely just need their own damn show. Like, the Hilton just needs their own show.
I'm sorry, Krista. It was a fellow Bravo fan asking how I am.
Tell him to come on the channel. Like, tell him to come over.
I did. I says I'm on Kristen Marie's live. Come on.
Yeah, tell him to come over. Who is it? No.
It's Sarah. Sarah's like Sarah, but she calls us Sarah on here. But no, this is the thing. I think it's all made up story. I think the fortune teller was right what she said regarding Kyle, and he'll never fulfill her. She's going through a midlife crisis. She's acting like the spoiled brat she always has done. It's keep her on the show because she never has a storyline. So now she has to actually make a storyline because she's looked at her ex-friend Lisa Rinna, who did her dirty, and realised no stories means you got to go. And what happened is she's Mauricio's sleeping around. I don't believe he's sleeping around with that dancer. I think she's got too much class for him, and because he's just a dirty rat and very old, and she's just a corpse. So no. And,
but listen, like, he clearly has a type, right? And it's not Kyle. It's not.
No.
Like Kyle, I feel like he married Kyle as a way in. Maybe I think that he is a good dad. He's probably a good father, and that was okay him to have kids and all that. But like we said, like he's not. Something's up. Like something's up with him. He's been cheating, and I think that Kyle was okay with it until it was in her face. And I think something might have happened where he got her pregnant, the mistress, and or something where it just she could not deny it anywhere. She could not deny it, but she couldn't deny it to anybody else that was in her inner circle. And like I think they all have this weird thing where like do it, but if you get caught, I'm gonna act like I, you know what I mean? We're gonna act like it's all you and not me. They're like, go do your thing, which is weird to me. It's so strange to me. And you have Mauricio saying, "Oh, we're not going to talk about divorce," but here you are on Dancing with the Stars, hooking up with your partner already, who looks like the baby, the love child of Dorito and Elsa Jean.
One mom, because hi Terry, she said hello. It was the the thing is, Mauricio's type is anything but Kyle. Let's be honest.
Right, it is. It is.
It could have a heartbeat crawling across the floor. Mauricio wants to jump it.
Yeah, he does not. He gives no Fs anymore.
Now, if we're going into necrophilia, I could see Mauricio down the morgue, just so he has to avoid Kyle.
He does not care. Like he was not present last season at all. He didn't have a clue what was going on.
Let's face it, Kristen.
Yeah.
Kyle's dogs don't want nothing to do with her. Kyle's friends run away from her. LVP ran a mile from her. Her sisters ran away from her. Mauricio's sleeping with anything but her.
Yeah. And
Kyle.
I just think Morgan conveniently entered the chat just because I really believe they're half sisters. And I just think she was fine using that as a distraction and saying, hey, look over here, even though she acts like she didn't want us to see anything or nothing was happening. You wouldn't have been doing it on camera. You wouldn't have been doing it in Beverly Hills if you were doing anything. You wouldn't have been hanging out like that. And you made sure we looked over here so we weren't looking over here at him. And maybe something was going on with him because maybe he was been hooking up with Emma. But she wanted us to focus on her and Morgan, which we know, I totally believe it's her sister, okay?
Well,
that video, then nothing happened in that video. They kind of acted like they were going to do something, but nothing actually happened.
Right. Oh, thank you, Dana, for saying that as well. I'm sorry, I keep on glancing at the chat.
I'm having a hard time reading them because I made my letters too big. So,
and this is the thing. Before Kyle died and she was in a morgue, and they like literally dug her up and put her in the morgue for that session for Morgan to pin her against the wall for a pretend kiss, because no one wants to kiss that corpse. I'm sorry, no one does. Did you see the state of her skin when she was showing the tattoos? Now you know why they don't do close-ups of Kyle, because that skin is horrible.
Yeah,
it's all over photoshopped and the camera lights is on full camera, so you're not seeing everything. I was just like, oh, God, no. And it makes us laugh when she said, I've got 5 tattoos, and he was shocked, and she was shocked that he didn't know. I was like, Kyle, read the room. He's not looking at you, he's looking at your eldest daughter now. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, he also even said if he was going to sleep with any of the other wives, it would be Erica. Like,
right, that just goes to show his standards, doesn't it?
He doesn't care.
He likes white trash.
Yeah, he has lost respect for her. I feel like he loved her like he loved a family member that you just don't like, right? That you just have no choice and they're just there. And that's a shame to say that, but something's up with her. And the way she's talking to him, and he's like, I don't think he shouldn't be surprised, but I think he's surprised that she's talking to him like that on camera.
I was saying this on another channel who's just come back because the cast tried shooting a channel down, the actual BH cast, because she was too close to the truth. But she's back now. I don't know if I'm allowed to say her name or not, but I was talking on it last night. And we were going through the dynamics of it all, and I pointed out straight away Kyle's problem. She deflects. She acts like a spoiled brat. What's never grown up. It's typical Hollywood youngest sibling relation tactics.
Yeah.
They always have to be centre of attention, and if they're not going to be centre of attention, they have to make sure that they are. I don't believe she's got anxiety one bit. She travels the world. She goes to public places in front of crowds of people. She's on TV. She's making movies. You cannot tell me she's got anxiety.
I mean, I think she does it with her sisters. I think she does it with her. I think she does with her sisters. I think that she feels like, I think her sisters give it to her, like, or her sister. I do. I feel like she gets it with Kathy.
This is what I think.
Snake.
Sisters. Her mother died young.
Yeah.
She's put the responsibility on Kathy to be the surrogate mother. And Kathy is not her mother. Kathy is just her sister.
Right.
And that's the problem. She expects too much from them to fill that gap, where she can't, because she needs to get into her head. These are your sisters. Right. Help them out as much as what they try and help you out. And it kind of sickened me when she was whinging on about Kathy.
Yeah.
About Kathy.
I didn't like that at all. I didn't like it at all.
And I just thought, this is what sisters do.
But I mean, if you're so afraid of what she's going to feel and how she's going to react, then don't do that on camera.
The thing is, I mean, I can only go personally off what I know. My older sister, she has a very stressful life. She has a high demanding job, and she's a single parent, and we all help her. And I know she's stressed, and I let her burn off steam on the phone.
Yeah.
And I don't complain about it because it's your sister at the end of the day. It's family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we vice versa do it whenever we get upset. And it's fine. It's family. But for her to go on camera and just dog out Kathy like that, it's kind of sick. I mean, it took Kathy to get Rinna off the show after Rinna tried destroying her sister.
I know.
As well as Kathy.
Yep.
And Kyle is disgusting as well, what she did to Sutton last season. Yes, she couldn't apologise for it, and she's coming after her this season as well again. Mm-hmm. She's not a friend. She looks after herself. She's selfish. I think Kyle has got mental health issues. It's not anxiety. She's a narcissist through and through. And it's going to end up happening with her daughters as well, because look at Portia, the way Portia behaves, self-centered, and she does. It'll trickle down, and it always does. I don't trust Kyle. I don't like Kyle. And I think the story's a load of crap just to keep the show. But I will say this. Erica needs to drop the gay stylist because tired Malibu 80s Barbie look is tired. Yeah.
Oh, God. Erica looks horrible, doesn't she?
And did you hear the rumour about it? I got told last night the gay stylists are coming out saying Erica doesn't pay, and she is a big B.
Well, she is. I mean,
she doesn't care about anyone but herself, and she treats her staff like crap. And like we know this. Like I'm bought into the Erica fantasy. To me, it just looks vapid and fake and plastic. And it's like, because you get a certain type of gay person, what's stereotypical, where it's just all plastic and everything's fantastic and fake. That does not make me jump around or anything like that. I look at them and just go, cringe.
I mean, Erica's lost too much weight too. Like, I really thought like they want to lose weight, but like their faces look weird, man.
Hormones do not make you lose weight.
No, come on, Erica. What's wrong with saying you're on semaglutide or Ozempic or whatever they call it?
Doris or Doris, whatever you call her, she hit the nail on the head because she likes spelling out stuff. But the thing is with Doris, or Doris, however you want to say it, she took them to that place just to have it out with Erica on camera.
She definitely did.
That was the only reason.
She couldn't wait to dig into Erica about that one comment. The one thing, that's the one thing she goes after Erica about.
Yeah.
And did you hear how she spoke perfect English when she was making fun of Erica's talk?
Yeah.
I said, there's Dorit right there. But I like her dark hair. I like her dark hair a lot.
Yeah, I think Dorit might be coming into her own because she's getting rid of the fake blonde. Her roots are coming through, and she's looking at PK like, do I really need him now? That's how it's looking.
I don't understand.
She's looking down at him.
I also feel like he also probably cheated on her.
I think
I believe there was somebody in the car that night.
Well, do you know what I think was in the car? An adult blow-up doll. Because who the hell would want to go with him?
Who knows, man?
Holding a bag of chips.
We got Dorit. But seriously, because Dorit's not ugly. You know what I mean? I can't
Krista, believe me, the only affair PK is having is with a bag of Doritos. And cheating on them with Choritos.
Listen, I'm telling you, I've said this. I don't believe the story about the nice burglars. I don't believe the story about these burglars. I don't feel like why do you have 4 burglaries? How do you have 4 burglaries with it? How do you not have the best security in the world?
Krista, I think it's absolutely disgusting how these people are glamorizing this kind of thing, and also a mental illness, which they do not have. Because if she had that mental illness, she wouldn't have been over in my country doing pantomimes as Wendy for Peter Pan, going around the country. She wouldn't leave a house. Or she wouldn't be living in that house. She'd have moved into a brand new house. You see what happened with Kyle when her bags got stolen? She quickly moved that house.
I
she
know.
Didn't anymore. She moved.
And she wasn't even there.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I think Dorit and PK are just crooks. Like,
they're crooks. I believe them.
They hang together, don't they? Low life hangs with low life. They got something in common. That's what happens. And they both lie down with fleas. But like I say, I think it's about if Dorit goes back in with Erica, because Erica is desperate for friends now.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Funny watching her crawling on her hands and knees with people. Yeah. And it's just hilarious. It's like my guilty pleasure watching Erica suffer. So it just is. I'm sorry, everyone. But if Dorit lets her in, Dorit can go. I've had enough.
I feel like she's going to. Hey, Corey.
Hey, Candor, honey.
Hi.
That's your picture.
I love Mary. Mary's my favorite.
But that picture is I'm dead. That picture is a mess.
That's me watching Housewives.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? Kyle still lives in the house that was burglarized.
She does.
She's still yes.
I thought she lived in a new one.
It's not. Is that the house that Clinton was living in, or?
No. The house that was burglarized is the house that they currently live in. And
I thought it was.
Fun fact about. No, it wasn't the old Beverly Hills house that they couldn't sell that Sutton was living in.
Yeah. It
was this one that they were in because they used Teddy's husband's company.
Well, you know where that comes. You know, as soon as you say that the Shadow's name, you know it's fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a thing where her bag was showing up, what she used to always carry, and she had that bag still, even though she said it was got pinched, and that was on Candy Washington. She pointed that out. And she says, why she still got this bag when she said it was stolen?
And fun fact, Smokey Robinson used to live in that house.
Oh, the one that they live in now?
Yes.
I love that house too.
Yes. It's a find in Encino because you can't find that much land in Encino anymore.
Okay.
They have I think they have like almost 2 acres.
And they recently take out a couple mortgages now?
I think they did. They don't need to take out a couple of mortgages because Mauricio got some coin in the bank.
Unless you're paying somebody off and buying out somebody out of that house. Somebody buys somebody out of the house.
He may be buying Kyle out of the house.
Or she bought him out.
Her personal fortune is not that big.
Every time when I see Mo, I get shivers down my spine, like shudders. I'm just like, oh, to me, he's like a creep. He really is.
He got really gross.
Mauricio?
Mauricio
got creepy when he started smoking that smoke.
And acting like he just don't give no F's on camera about anything, like about the Erica stuff, about.
Mm-hmm. That's where he lost
and laughed and said, I didn't know the context of the Jack stuff. Mm-hmm. What context would it be funny, my friend? What context for it to be funny?
I used to want to be an estates multi-million-dollar home realtor. Yeah. And before I knew Mauricio was married to Kyle, he used to be my idol.
Me too.
Because he sold a lot for Hilton Highland. I didn't really care about Rick Hilton, but some of his agents were my my heroes.
Yeah.
Never meet your hero.
Well, yeah. And I was very happy for him when he went and started the agency, because he was never going to make the kind of money he's making now if he stayed with Rick.
Right.
Because the problem with Kathy is she wants her sisters to be held down. Because Kathy was the oldest. She did right. She did her mother's bidding and married a rich man.
Yeah.
But Kathy was the one that was supposed to be the meal ticket for the family because she was the oldest. But the problem with Kathy is she can't act.
Right.
And then Kim came along.
I'm going to say Kim, she had a good bit of wealth.
She fed the family. Kim fed the family.
Yeah.
Which two of them were on Little House on the Prairie?
Kyle
was on Little House on the Prairie. Kim did mostly Magnum PI. She had 2 shows of her own.
Oh, okay.
She was on a Different Strokes a lot.
Okay.
She did Disney as well.
Yes, Disney Girl.
Witch Mountain
Disney Girl. I think she did a couple of other Disney movies.
Like, I just don't understand, if you have so much anxiety about your relationship with your sister, I don't understand why are you not either figuring it out or not being, in that person's life, or talking crap on camera, knowing that you're so afraid of what your sister's reactions are to what you're saying, and saying that you're not going to be, you're just going to speak your truth or something.
I think she's playing a game.
Well, then she's on Watch What Happens Live, and she's like, oh, I'm nervous now because she's going to watch the show back, and we're good now, and I want to keep it that way. And it's like,
Kyle has a different father than Kathy.
Right.
So she wants Kathy's approval so bad.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, when Kathy does talk, she actually makes sense what she's saying, and Kyle totally acts as though she's like the demon from hell.
Okay, the demon from hell.
We might not see what really goes on in their arguments and stuff.
Well, I'm gonna say one thing. Kathy did everyone a solid. She got rid of Rinna, which no one else could.
That's true.
And we've been wanting rid of her for a long time. Have you seen the way she's been acting lately? She's desperate getting work. Did you see that email what she sent when she left the company for Housewives?
a job?
That was not an email. That was pathetic, and I don't even think it's real. I think she's made that up quickly because no one leaves not even a full sentence.
Yeah,
and then
Rinna has a job though.
Pardon?
Working for Ryan Murphy. Rinna's working for Ryan Murphy.
Yeah, well, you can see how American Horror Story's going down the tubes. So it looks like he's just hiring anyone.
I've never watched it though. I've never watched American Horror Story.
I've been watching the latest, and I'm
going to move on to Erica, guys. I'm going to move on to Erica because I actually was falling for her shit. I don't know how or why.
What?
I was falling for it because I wasn't thinking of how let me take it back. Maybe I wasn't falling for it. I was almost seeing a side of her, like maybe she was serious. I didn't think it would last. I wasn't taking into consideration that what she did last year didn't work. The not caring about your friends thing didn't work, and you're losing friends, right? Mm-hmm. So now you're going to go, but you're not going to try to act like that and then ask what empathy is. Because I know you don't just grow empathy. You don't just if you don't have it, you don't have it. Right?
That's psycho. That is psycho.
Yeah, but listen, we've never had emotions out of Erica. Think about it. She's never been emotional about fat. We've never heard her talk about birthday parties. You know how every other housewife, you see them talk about their families, whether it's good or bad, emotional, going to holidays, going to birthdays, doing things about her family. We know nothing about anything unless she was getting paid to talk about it in her book, or she talked about her son one time. Okay. So now she doesn't have it. She doesn't know how to have empathy. She might be able to put herself, when Jenny was saying that to her, or what's her doctor's name? Is it Jenny? The Hollywood therapist that I think is a crock of shit, but whatever.
She used to be reputable.
She used to be, but
her last name used to be Berman.
Yeah, I also the Lexapro and drinking. They say don't do it, but that's on every bottle. I was on Lexapro. I don't believe that's was Erica's problem. I think Erica was fake drunk. Okay, so don't sit there and say, "Oh, we don't want to go back on that." Let's not blame it on Lexapro, Erica. That was the true you, and it didn't work for you last season. I don't believe you should be bragging about spending any money because, regardless, like Crystal's husband said, you might not have stole it yourself, but you sure as hell spent it. And in my world, when you receive stolen property, it's a felony and you have to give it back, whether you knew or not. It was stolen, and she received a lot of stolen property. Sorry, Erin.
25 million.
Whether she knew or not, she knows. She knew now.
The thing is,
she's been convicted on her the way she. I'm convicting her on the way she handled it, and the way she divorced him and didn't tell us why, and then said conveniently she found out the next day that he was a crook.
Mark my words, she hasn't gotten away with nothing.
Not yet. I mean, listen.
The federals will be watching her, like they did with Jen Shaw. They'll wait for everything to quieten down, where she feels like she's comfortable, and they will catch her on something. Really.
They have to go through a process. I think they have to go through all the bankruptcies first. I think they have to do all that first, and then the criminal stuff will come later. Because he's
trying to figure out where she hid all that Cartier jewelry.
I'm telling you where it is. Listen, I'm going to tell you where it is. You know her ex-husband, the guy, Tommy's father. That's why
he has it.
She has been allegedly. There's been the funneling of Tom's money was from Tom through him for Erica when the dude starts shitting his pants. I don't know if they ever. I don't know if they. I really don't know if they ever expected him to get old and senile and shit himself. But listen, at this point, he's the only one that can get them in trouble, right? So if that was going on, that would make so much sense why she's always with this guy. I don't know if we're going to find out on here. I had no idea where he was. I never even thought about this man. Okay. And now I find out that's allegedly where. And the fact that he was at the bottom of a cliff for 6 hours, unconscious, and she doesn't even tell a goddamn doctor. And you mean to tell me you're not trying to unalive him? Or you're not trying to get rid of the only person that could rat you out, you and the fact that the three of you, he was doing all this crap and Erica was going to need money, so they had to funnel it somewhere. I'm pretty sure the walls will be closing in on that one, but that makes a lot of sense to me because we don't hear shit about her son.
Yeah, don't forget about the snow in California, though.
Yeah, the fact that also the burglary that they had, they must have been the same burglars that burglarized Rita's house because they call the son up in Pasadena snowstorms. He comes down here. He takes care of it. Tom gets punched in the face, gets the black guy by the burglar, steals the earrings. And then he leaves and he flips his car. And you mean to tell me that wasn't, I'm thinking, was that on purpose? If you look snowstorm, are they trying to get rid of anybody that can get them in trouble for the funneling of the laundering of the money?
If you look at who was talking with that therapist, I'm sorry, that therapist is a quack because no therapist would go on camera and do that. It's very private what you do with people.
That was all for show.
Yeah, her and her sister were known in the 90s. They called them the Berman and Berman.
Yeah,
her sister is OBGYN to the stars, and she was a sex therapist, not a regular therapist, but a sex therapist.
Seems a dog very
good. A marriage show that we had. Yeah. That's how, and she became. I've seen a lot of women go to her, but do I think that
Nick Cannon goes to her?
Yeah.
Now,
also, are you doing real therapy off camera? Hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so because Erica does need it. She is kind of like a sociopath.
She is
allegedly.
She doesn't have empathy. She just doesn't. And you don't. A narcissist, they tell you to run from them. Really.
This is my theory. I think Erica died since our first season, and it's always been an AI robot, and they put emotions into it.
She's not. She proved us right that
downloads emotions.
She doesn't know how to feel bad for people. So how's she going to feel bad for people she doesn't even know? How's she going to feel bad for victims that she doesn't know? Right? She doesn't know how to feel bad for her friends. Right? She doesn't know how to feel sympathy or empathy. So she's never going to feel bad for the victims because, like she said, I didn't steal the money. Blah blah blah. She just won it. She knows that somehow they're going to get paid. I don't know through. I don't think that she Now, Aaron will disagree, but we don't know why she divorced him. Nobody will tell us why. Sickness and in health, love it, richer or poorer. You didn't follow those rules, right? For 25 years, you were okay with
We thought it was going to keep her out of prison like Teresa. She didn't want to go to prison like Teresa.
Well, the thing is, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, eventually, maybe. But, like, I feel like they have to unalive Tom to get her in trouble.
I'm going to point out the difference why I'm not as hard with Jen Shaw and Teresa is because both of them have admitted in the end they were in the wrong on what they did. Erica does not think she is in the wrong. She does not think that she is in the wrong at all, spending all that money, and that she's not to blame.
I don't know how
I can't with Erica. She's like some kind of other species. I think she's an alien from outside.
She's a narcissist. She's just a narcissist that's selfish and thought that maybe in the beginning she thought he probably promised her they would eventually get paid, right? He was probably telling her, I'll pay them eventually, babe. Don't worry, I'll always take care of it. You'll always be able to have the money to take care of it. And maybe she thought she was spending the money that he was actually making. That was his money. Who the fuck knows? But the fact that she makes a lot of money, right? But does she make a lot of money to go to Vegas? No. To do all her shows? No.
Let's just say one thing.
Allegedly.
Our first scene on the show was wearing no panties, and it was right up to her bits. That says it all for me, what Erica is. And that's all
was her third scene.
Yeah. And like PK had no right to call that out either, though. That was disgusting.
He's a creepo.
He's disgusting.
But she shouldn't be flashing.
I really do. People do allegedly were doing coke in his bathroom. I totally believe that.
There's a possibility because he's a former snowman addict.
Yeah, and listen, Erica. I mean, Dorit, with this whole robbery stuff, I didn't want to sit there and say that you were lying. I didn't want to call her a liar last year. I just didn't. It didn't make any sense to me that why they left her. They left the phone and they made sure that it would light up for her. Okay. All right. Did they ever get caught? Probably not. Right. Why do you not have the highest of security after the second burglary? Because now apparently there was a fourth burglary. And if you have so much PTSD, why is your husband not around? So did you fuck Mauricio? Did you fuck Mauricio? Do you think he fucked? I think they fucked.
I think
That's a possibility.
It's a possibility. That's all it was, because they can't do anything else after that.
I think the marriage is fake, for one.
Well, it's just
he's too casual, and he's sitting there eating 2 bags of chips.
Oh, yeah, he thinks nothing's wrong.
He's not getting sex with her, not one way, because a man, when he's getting sex, he keeps on forming in shape, so he can do that.
Not men like PK, though.
You see what happened in Miami?
He has no idea anything's wrong. I don't think he realized anything's wrong.
Men like PK who were in the music industry and
he's probably hot to people in the UK.
He's hot with some money in his pocket. Okay.
Yeah.
No, hon. You've got the UK all wrong. No one would even touch him for barge pole.
Dorito did.
She's not British.
I think a lot of women in the UK would think that that's hot because of his but see,
only the skanks.
What really is he though? Is he that, or is he a realtor? Like,
you need to stop.
He's a realtor.
So, like, again, are you a grifter?
Where's the nightmares?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the cold sweat?
Mm-hmm.
Where's
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. You better tell it, Brendan.
Yeah. They were way too casual, right, Brendan?
Mm-hmm. Watch your mouth.
Sorry.
I didn't realize that was someone talking there. I thought it was someone with back feet.
Yeah, that's Brendan.
I'm sorry, bro. I go through PTSD.
He always gives his 2 cents.
No, I like it. I want to hear what Brendan has to say.
Go ahead, baby.
I go through PTSD ever since Freddie Gray. I lived through it. I've been there. She doesn't know what real PTSD is.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying.
Agree. Mm-hmm.
Because again, she's way too casual talking about it.
There's no.
I don't know.
Just, like I said, the crooks glamorizing a serious situation, glamorizing it, and for people who actually have to deal with that and anxiety as well as what Dorit claims to have, it's
Again,
It
you
is.
have the highest of security then.
All
That
of
is-
these
She wouldn't live in Encino.
Exactly.
If she wanted a higher level, if she didn't want to be robbed again,
Right.
then she wouldn't live in Encino. I can tell you that now.
It's,
Because
I
that's
was gonna,
the valley.
yeah.
Really? That's the valley?
Yes, that's the San Fernando Valley.
All I'm saying is Gucci slippers. Got robbed Gucci slippers.
Mm.
And then I'm over her Chanel. I want to call it Channel because I don't. What
I
is
think
that?
she has a deal with Chanel.
But
I
why-
really do. Because she used to have endorsement deals with other clothing companies. But
Yeah.
after the faux robbery, they
Yeah.
backed off.
Oh, wow.
She cannot shop in Louis Vuitton anymore.
Whoa.
If she does, they won't take her returns. If you catch
Are
my
you
drift.
kidding me?
She's
That's-
banned from returns at Louis Vuitton.
Now you know what that means, right?
Oh yeah,
Like-
she's wearing it and she took it that dirty, is what it is.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. That's gross. I'm sorry.
I'm sick of them wearing labels on short. It's crass.
It just
It is the amount of matchy, and you know who's the biggest criminal of that? Dr. Wendy Osefo.
is she? I can't
Yes, she is a label
Oh,
whore. Mhm.
It just looks. It reminds me of Bolo. It just looks corny as hell to me. It does. I like labels. I like nice stuff, but I my labels, you don't see them. Like I don't like to wear like with pink. I used to wear pink stuff sometimes, but like
Mhm.
it was
I
only
think that
fashionable.
she kills her hotness for me because I believe her dark hair.
But the thing is, it was only fashionable to wear labels back in the late 90s to the early 2000s. Everyone wore a label. It was like free advertising. And I'm sorry, but like if I'm buying a designer, I am not doing free advertising for them.
Well, Dorit is just confused. She's confused about her accent. She's confused about her labels. She's confused about her husband because he seems like he don't think anything's wrong. I
was
really
Listen,
listen. There was somebody definitely in that car when he got pulled over. Think about it.
yeah, I heard that same
Yeah.
same rumor.
He didn't call her. He was allowed to go to the police station and hang out, allegedly, until he got sober to blow sober, right? Which is bullshit.
Mhm.
And then he calls Mauricio and he doesn't tell Dorito until like the next day or something.
Yep.
Hello, my friend. What were you? First of all, I'm sorry. Why was the first call not to your goddamn wife?
Mhm.
And
Or
why
to your lawyer.
in a police station? That's bullshit. You had your girlfriend with you.
Like I say, she wore that Vivienne Westwood corset all the time last year, and I felt so sorry for Vivienne Wood. Rest in peace, Viv. Dory, do not wear good designer clothes because you're shaming the brand.
It just
No.
looks funny.
I'm talking about designers and actually looking terrible. What is going on with Sutton?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what style is, but to me it looks corny. It just does.
Well, like,
Corny.
stylists hate Sutton because she cannot dress.
But see, Jenna Lyons can pull it off, though, right? Don't you think Jenna Lyons and Psy like pull it off? Like, or Jenna Lyons?
Yeah, I've watched Psy for a long time on YouTube and Instagram. Yeah, she's a real fashion girl.
And I think even Jenna. So
Jenna is too. But Jenna has a closet full of lovely, beautiful things, but she wears the same stuff over and over
all the time.
She adopts a look, and then she like.
Yeah, there is something wrong with that. If you have over $500,000 worth of stuff in your closet and you're only pulling out 5 things that you wear on a regular basis, then you need to get rid of some stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Or buy the same stuff buy that exact same items you wear, like most billionaires do, and have it in your closet.
I understand.
Make sure it's clean when you wear it.
I understand the jeans thing because that's her brand where she used to work for and stuff like that. But every single picture jeans, I said to her on Instagram, do you have any dresses or long skirts or dress pants? I said, because I'm so over this jean. Like, It's not cool, Jenna. It was tacky back then, and it is now. And then the next picture, I don't think she cared what I said. But the next picture, she came in with a proper like dress on, and I thought, you know what I did? I'm going to give her a praise, and I did. I says, "You look 10 times better. You look like smart." And it's just like, this is what you should be looking like for the money you have.
Yeah. But what do you guys think is going to happen with Crystal? Because I feel like Crystal.
Why she did her most this time for the first time on the first season on the first episode of the first season of the year. She got 2 words out, and that was it.
Anna Marie girl is Crystal's neighbor, correct? Do we? I think or something.
I'm not sure.
She wanted to be 14.
And you know what? It's telling that Kyle is the one that's bringing this Anna Marie girl on because her husband is one of those Candace Owens type conservatives. And it's so telling that Kyle is the one bringing her on.
Oh, shoot.
There's a lot of negativity surrounding coming on. But a lot of people do that with first starters, and then they turn out to be something different. But supposedly the rumor is she's not clicking with them. So I don't know if she's going to be another one and done.
Well, she probably will be one and done. Because she's going to say something politically that's going to rub Andy the wrong way. She's Candace Owens' best friend. Okay.
Even the entrance on the prom, like when at the start where she's walking around with the feathers, like I said on the other channel, I was getting Potomac for season 1 vibes. I'm just like, this is 23. Up your level, lady. You are in Beverly Hills. Look like Beverly Hills.
I mean, look what they did. Like, and the thing with Andy, like, I understand now why he changed the way he pays the new women or the way he pays women, the housewives, because they end up. Look what's been happening with like Jenny. Look what happened with Diana. What's her name? Diana last season. All these people they bring in are in like Jen Shah. He's getting shit, and he's wasting, and it's like costing him money more than anything. So he's going to not pay these women. So then you're not really going to get we're not getting any quality shit.
Kristen Curry, you never trust the bee that wrote the book number 23. That's a given, and we knew she was shifty. Because her first husband was from over this way. We knew all about her, and we knew that she was no good, and she was lethal. And it's funny how reality TV exposes that.
Anne Marie, the new girl on Beverly Hills Memory, is Candace Owens' best friend.
That's okay.
I don't mind Candace Owens.
I mind her a lot.
I hate it forever.
I've only heard.
I mind her a lot because she's a self-hating Black woman. So I mind her a lot.
I was kind of going to ask you, but I didn't want to see. Now we had this discussion for it. You know what I mean?
I really mind Candace and what she says.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, Corey, everyone's got to write an opinion, and maybe right and maybe wrong.
But you know what her opinion? You know where her opinion comes from, though. From for her wanting to be accepted by white folk, for her wanting to be.
The key is
to be gratified. Wait a minute, Candor. Who wanted to be? She wants to be gratified, and she wants to be what's the word I'm looking for? Validated by white folk.
But it's never gonna,
because she used to work for the NAACP. Okay.
She did?
Yes. Candace Owens, she's one of those fire and brimstone evangelical conservatives because they've paid her the right amount of money. Okay. She's she's allowed to have her opinion, but when her opinion brings down a whole community, I have a problem with it.
The thing is with it as well, Corey, the key is never seek validation from others, because you are never going to find what you want. Have some validation in yourself and respect yourself. That's what that's what everyone should be doing, no matter who they are. Have some validation for yourselves and respect yourselves. That's the key.
But you don't. Yeah, but see, you don't have to be okay with somebody offending a whole community of people. You know what I mean? Like,
The thing is, who is she at the end of the day in your lives? She's no one really, just another person speaking.
Yeah, but it's a little different when you're black, though, Candor. It's a little different. It hits a little different.
yeah.
We get weirdos over here, and I just pay them no mind because at the end of the day, they're not paying me bills.
Yeah, but see, like they're in our faces when we're
It
doing
hits a little different when you're black, when they talk about that stuff. You will never understand how it feels when you hear your own self-hate themselves.
Yeah.
It hits a little different.
Well, clearly there's something going on with her, Corey.
There is. And that's what Corey called it. She's called, there's clearly is something going on with her, but Corey called it. She said she just wants to be accepted by, She just
wants to be validated that she's worthy.
Now, so Anne-Marie's married to
a football player. I think he used to be a linebacker or something. They have the money, and she's also an anesthesiologist as well, and an RN. She's like, I think she's like a nurse practitioner, anesthesiologist. She makes good money on her own.
Yeah, that's a doctor. That's a doctor plus some years, I think.
She needs to be direct. If she's not direct, I'm sorry, I'm not carrying another Dorito and another Crystal.
Well, she doesn't look like she has. Crystal has no personality.
No,
Crystal's too laid back, and
doesn't have a personality. Crystal also wants validation from white folk too much for me. I just want her to be her.
Is Anne-Marie one of the 14 women?
Yeah,
she might be one of the 14 that remember the whole group of women that apparently Crystal lost as friends or something.
I don't think she knew Anne-Marie before she came on the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why am I
don't know where they found Anne-Marie from.
I keep thinking I keep thinking that she's Crystal's friend, but she's Kyle's.
And Anne-Marie and her husband aren't like in Kathy Hilton's circle. They're not in that circle in Beverly Hills. I can tell you that.
Now, do you really believe that Sutton wants to be? Now, I don't believe that Sutton wants to be in Kathy's, like how Kyle blames Sutton for everything Sutton says, because she wants to be in Kathy's inner circle. She wants to be Kathy's best friend. And like, do you
Sutton
really
doesn't need Kathy's circle though? That's
what I'm saying. Does she really need? Yeah, Kyle is delusional. Kyle's taking out her inner, whatever's wrong with her and what's going on with her and Kathy is something that they got that is probably so deep and obviously so toxic. But that's not, Kyle is projecting that on to everybody else. Not everybody wants Kathy's approval or needs Kathy's approval like you, Kyle. And I get the thing where she's like, I get stressed out when you call me. And, when Kyle's like, well, I avoid your phone calls. And Kathy's like, well, that's why I get upset and say, there's so much they have to go into. But they need their own effing show. Too much time on our show. We're not getting into the stuff. Like, I want to get into the other people. I don't want to sit there and watch this fake ass shit between Kyle and Mauricio because we know what's happening.
Exactly. It's stale and dated. The thing is, Kyle
for years, we know what he's doing. And Kyle
bullied Sutton. She bullied her all last season. This has been boiling up to pick on Sutton all the time. And she couldn't even apologise properly to Sutton. And in clips, it looks like she's still going after Sutton this season. It's friends with Kathy.
The Fox News 5 are gone. I mean, look, there's no Fox News. We call them the Fox Force 5. I call them the Fox
I think Kyle should have just left and it should have been a brand new faces. Kyle Durant should have gone after Erica's final trial, gone. And then the touch is gone. Erica
needs to literally, like I said, we're never going to see. Erica doesn't have empathy. She's never had emotions. She's just a cold person. She doesn't know how to. That's okay if that's how you want to be. If that's how you want to live, that's fine. But you're not going to. You don't sit there and act like you want to be friends with people. Maybe she does want friends. Who knows? But she's not ever going to feel like how. She's never going to understand. She's not going to understand her friends' issues. She's not going to have sympathy for the victims because she doesn't even know them. So like, she's never really going to give us what we keep asking her for, or looking for her to do, or she's trying to show us now. All of a sudden she's got these feelings, but then she has to ask what empathy is. So again, if you have to ask what empathy is, you have no emotions. No, you don't even have hatred, because if you had hatred or something, you would hate Tom. Like, if he really was a crook, right? If he really did this to her, or how do you think she's such a victim, why is she okay with him? Why are you okay with the man who basically gave you a fake life, and now you might have to pay it all back, which you're not? Like I said, in my world, when you commit a felony or when you receive stolen property, you have to give it back, whether you knew or not. It's a fucking felony.
She's got plenty of money stored away. It's ridiculous.
That's fine, but it's also laundered money. That's also not hers.
Of course it is. She don't care.
Well, look, she makes $1 million a season, right?
She sleeps at night.
In my world, that's enough. You can live off way less than that. And the fact that she's doing all this stuff,
a stylist.
But see, all that is just so. I don't think that she needs to be on our show anymore. What are we getting out of Erica besides fake shit? Okay, we're angry, and if you want her there and you want her to succeed, then like with Teresa, be a friend and tell her what to do. Tell her to stop acting like an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, stop giving us asshole. Like, stop doing that. And if you really want friends, don't say to your therapist, well, how do I have empathy? Well, that's easy for you to say. She's so confused. She's like, well, what does that mean? She doesn't even understand that you're not supposed to even say that. You're not supposed to ask those things. Like,
Erica just need to take the thing is, no one needs to take Erica down. She takes herself down by the way she behaves and reacts.
Well, listen, after the thing, okay? I mean, listen, even if she didn't know, which to me is impossible, almost impossible for you to divorce the man and tell us why, because he forgot to hug you, or he got mean, or he was shitting himself. There's no reason really to divorce him and then find out the next day he's a crook. Okay, come on, man. Like, okay, whether that's true or not, then you're going to act very immoral, and you have no moral compass at all about anything. All of this, you're mean, you're nasty, you're vicious. You're hurt. You're going after people, just like Dorito was trying to tell her. You're hurt, Erica. You're lashing out, Erica. And Erica's dead. The only thing I agree with Erica is when she said to Dorito, she was dead ass when she looked at Dorito. Marriage solid.
It's like stingrays coming out of her eyes, like just laser beaming her.
Her and Dorito are not friends. Okay,
no,
they're not going to be friends. Okay, because nobody on that show is real friends anymore.
Dorito's the weakest link in the group.
I think Garcelle is I keep forgetting Garcelle, but like Garcelle should be the the number one girl in the group, because now we're finally seeing we're allowed, like, her son's, like, the thing with her son's Corey. Like, what did you? I love that. I love the scene with her two sons.
I think.
What did you think?
Jax needs an attitude adjustment.
I think the acting like children and not their age, basically.
I think Jax is ungrateful.
Yeah.
Because but I can't really be too hard on Jax, because I remember her first season, her and Jade were talking. Jax is depressive, so I really can't say what I really want to say because he can't help himself.
I get it.
And I think that instead of Jack saying, Mom, why can't we just spend time just you and I?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a twins thing all the time, because they're both individuals and they're fraternal, so they don't look alike.
Yeah.
And you can see that they're individuals.
And she even said that.
He needs to tell her that and tell it, saying you were gone for a year when she was only gone for 3 weeks. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His father wants to be in his life. His father loves spending time with his boys. Just be grateful that you have a father that's in your life.
No,
black male. There's not a lot of black males out there that can say that their dad is in their life.
Right. And
the thing is, it's not just black males, it's over here as well. A lot of fathers give up on the children and go and sleep around elsewhere. It happens all over, and it's disgusting behavior. It's like, at least care.
like with James Kennedy's dad too. Like, his dad did the same thing as PK, and he was, never there, whatever. But too, like, I like with Garcelle, I guess we're not going to hear about anything about Oliver. I don't know. Maybe we're not going to hear about Oliver this season.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I think Oliver probably told her, "Can you not talk about me?"
Yeah, I mean, listen, he kind of ruined his reputation on his own.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was this. I don't know, whatever was going on. I thought that he was good with his girl. He was a family man. He was happy. I didn't think he was a sneaky deaky little freaky weaky, whatever, but good for him. Let him go do it. I heard he's doing well over at Lisa's, but I love, and I agree with you with Garcelle. I didn't realize, I never thought about that. Like, we haven't seen them one-on-one. They are completely different. She said I have to parent them differently. She said it really hit my heart to hear that from Jax. And I'm sure it did. You'd see it in her face. But she asked for it. She asked him to be honest, right? He didn't have to say it like that, but he said it like a man. And it's like, who knows? I think the year he was with his dad. So to him, living with his dad for a year kind of did feel like that 3 weeks kind of was a year for him.
I kind of feel like he was making her feel guilty, putting pressure.
He was.
He probably has some feelings. He probably does have some feelings.
Oh, I think he'll be wanting something else.
What did he want her to do though? Like, it's a hit show she was filming. I feel like it's a blessing that it got canceled.
What he doesn't realize is she's out there working to put food on the table.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what parents do.
The other one was just happy with it.
I will say something. I think there's something wrong with LA children because I don't know if we're in celebrity circles, because they act a lot more immature than what they are for the ages, and that was definitely shown with these two boys. They didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
But also, too, I think the breakup was very traumatic.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Because how Garcelle handled it.
Yes.
He emailed everyone in the company.
Yep.
That put his job at risk, which put
their money at risk.
Their money at risk. And it became this huge thing in Hollywood because she hit send all to the whole company.
Yeah, she's like, look at this motherfucker. I was like, Garcelle. But that's some shit I would do. But then I would have to think, oh my God, that's how I get my money.
Exactly. I think how she chose to handle it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that they seem like they get along. They're good now. And, she went through a lot with Oliver, like a lot. I watched what my mom went through with me being an addict. As an adult, being an addict as an adult even worse because you feel like your kid's just not going to get it, And she probably has a lot to worry about with him. So she probably didn't have a lot of focus on the other ones because they were younger. You know what I mean? Like I see, I don't know that, but I can see how that would be because the addict does take a lot from the parent. Like at one point, it was all about me and my sister. You know what I mean? Like the other kids just were kind of on their own. And she's famous.
It's just like having one special needs sibling.
Yeah,
that sibling gets all of the attention.
Yeah.
And the other siblings are left to fend for themselves. And I think because she knew they had a good father, she let the twins fend for themselves to concentrate on Oliver.
Right. I mean,
he didn't have the benefit of her being there more than the twins had the benefit of her being there majority of their life.
Right.
With Oliver, she was a struggling model, actress. And she had him at a young age, and she didn't have any support from his father or anything. So it was kind of hard.
I'm going to put this out here. I think Garcelle has to limit herself and censor herself so she doesn't fall into the stereotypical what people might think of her. And I only see glimpses of her real self when she's actually switched on. She's alert, she's sharp, she's quick. And she's sassy, but she's clever with it. And that's what I like to see. It's not like full on, let's go and have a fight. She was sharp and she can call people out. And I thought, and I've seen glimpses of it last year. I want to see more of it this year. I just want Garcelle to actually be a genuine self without feeling like she has to be someone else just for the show. But I like real people.
Can we see it out of the confessional, though?
Yes.
She do it out of the
I want to see it in the group as well, because I only saw glimpses in the group
Yeah,
when
now,
calling out Rinna and stuff like laughing at Rinna and things like that. When Kathy had when Rinna went for Kathy and Kathy said something, and then you see Garcelle go, "What?"
Wait, I forgot to bring this up. I like the fact that Garcelle says she said, she said to Kyle, like, you weren't worried. How come you weren't going after the people that were going after your sister?
Yeah.
Like Garcelle also now does not have to worry about censoring herself for the other show because she's not on it. You know what I mean? Like, I think she also had to watch herself because she was a head, she was the host of that. What was it, the talk or whatever?
Yeah.
The Real.
On the talk, she also was
the
real, right? So now she can kind of just like, she can say what she wants to say, and there's no Fox Force 5 to shut her down, you know? And she has to say it to Kyle because Kyle has been she has been in denial, and she has been, playing in her faces, acting like her marriage is fine, knowing that the rumors have been out there. And
but Kyle's been doing that since season 3.
Huh? Yeah.
Kyle's been doing that since season 3.
Yeah. And she's got no loyalty. She's a snake. I call her a snake.
Kyle throws everyone under the bus for a storyline, the same as what Rinna does. It seems what the majority of the Fox 5 or the Fox 4 does. They have no story. They attack other people for that story and drag it all the way through a season. And that's when it becomes really boring and vicious. I tell you what I like. Corey, I don't know if you watch New York. I like New York because they have different stories going on all the time. They sort out the crap. They straight face to face. They can sort the issues out. They can move on. They've got variety and spice, and they keep it moving. And it's got that energy and that flow, which I absolutely love. And it's a good group of people. It really is. This is what needs to be happening. This is what needs to be happening on Beverly Hills. Needs to be happening on Salt Lake, and Potomac needs to wake up and start doing that as well, because it's going to end up being Atlanta just out on its own. And don't get me started on Mia Thompson. I cannot stand that one.
I think they're struggling to come back from the criminalistic. Like, we were so focused on all the criminalistic behavior, and we were so excited, and it got so much ratings for Shah and Erica. So like, we were so used to like expecting this, like, that's what we wanted to see. We had Scandal, and I think we got used to it, and we have to, like, now we're going back to like cotton candy drama, conflict and resolution. We're not dragging it on for seasons and seasons like another franchise on the East Coast does. You know what I mean? Like, I'm over this rehashing of stuff. And I don't want Kyle. I think Kyle needs to get her own show, because they have so much shit with the Hiltons and her family, and now it's going to reset. They're going to take up so much of our time, and I'm over the bullshit with them. I'm already over what's going on
with Kyle. I was done with Kyle 6 seasons ago.
We don't have any time to get into anybody else's stuff.
This is why I'm saying we need stories. We need people coming up front and center. We need Kristen to put batteries in her butt and actually wake up.
I'm going to go back and find the Dana's Patreon about the stuff about Tom, her ex Tommy, and I'm going to bring it. I'm going to ask her if I can talk about it here, because I'm telling you, there is something there. Something is there. There's got to be, because now that would all make sense, and I'm pretty sure she's got proof. Like, so there's like some kind of receipts in there, and I don't know why it's not out there bigger, but there's something there. And I'm never going to get over the fact that she didn't tell a doctor that he was unconscious at the bottom of a goddamn cliff. Shower. 85 years old, because he told you not to. Who gives a shit? He was
It's made up, man.
He was unconscious for 6 hours. Apparently, he was so sick, he was shitting himself. So you don't listen to him. You say, doctor, he was unconscious. You call an ambulance, asshole. You left him there. I believe she left him there. I think she was 6 hours because she made it 6 hours. I think she wanted him to die. I don't think he made him.
Those snowy cops.
Listen, where's the tow truck driver? Who got the car out of the cliff? I'm sorry, did nobody not see that? I'm sorry. Where's the car? And like, listen, there's got to be. I think it was a convenient accident, and she was like, "Let me just see if he'll die, right? Let me not tell a hospital. Let's just say he fell and he broke his leg." Like, I'm just like, I'm so. And then to hear about the Tommy stuff, I'm like, oh my God, that would make so much sense. I've already said she was trying to unalive him, because I just can't see you not telling a hospital that he was unconscious at his age for 6 fucking hours, and he doesn't remember how it happened. Like,
Mhm.
get out of here, man. I
If,
can't.
if Erica had a wish, she would have shoved Tom in Hadid's fridge permanently.
It just doesn't make any
Mhm.
sense. Nothing makes sense. She did. If he did this to her, she should be so angry at him. And I'm telling you, if she grieved this, the only thing that made sense is her saying, basically, she doesn't give a shit about him, right? When she was talking to the therapist, she's like, "Am I going to grieve him when he dies?" Like, so she's basically over it anyway because she has no feelings, and it's not her fault. She just born that way, I guess. I don't even.
You can tell she was forced to cry. You can tell she's been practicing it.
But
It's so fake.
Yeah, we only get tears when it's about her. We get tears when it's, we heard about her son because she wrote a book about him. She freaked out about him when his name comes up. Why? Because he's probably crooked. Because obviously he's okay with he's off duty. An LA officer's okay with going to a burglary, not calling the actual police that are on duty. How are you okay with that? And then how do you flip your car in the biggest snow? Apparently there was the biggest snowstorm in Pasadena, the great snowstorm of 2016. It was 2019. It was like, 2019, right? It had 2016 in Pasadena. And then I think it snowed last year. But that was 2019 that this was apparently happening. And I looked at the weather so many times. There was no goddamn snowstorm in Pasadena, but whatever.
Back in the day, I used to mock that thing.
Maybe she was confused. Maybe it was cocaine that was flying around. I don't know. Maybe it was something with white stuff. Maybe she misheard him and it was white stuff that flipped his car. Who the hell?
And she thought it was snow.
The fact that she just says this shit on camera and nobody's going, what do you mean you left him at the bottom of a cliff? Were you trying to kill him? Like, what the F is happening? And why did you divorce the man, Erica? Did you know that he ran out of money?
She was in Dorit's bathroom getting high and she dreamt it all.
Well, that was Brandy. I think that was Brandy, actually. No, honestly, I think, or Kim, I don't know. Listen, I'm not going to knock them going in the bathroom and do it. I've been to parties. I've done lines in bathrooms, plenty of back in the day. But listen, if calling the last motherfucker that she's telling people should be your sister, your best friend, like you should not be calling your friends, your best friend, your sister out. Like you don't. If that's really going on, I really kind of don't call it out. And just like, did you guys watch What Happens Live? Did you see what Teddy did with Sutton?
I didn't see it.
I can't even say her name.
She goes, yeah. Well, Sutton, something about lies or something. And she goes, well, yep, Sutton carries a fifth of vodka in her pocketbook at all times.
Why is Bravo making that skank relevant?
Freddie,
why is she there?
Kyle's purse. I told you she's going to start jumping out of Kyle's purse. Shocked she didn't jump out of Tamara's purse on OC. She's jumping out of Kyle's purse. She was on Watch What Happens Live. Okay. I'm sure Andy was like, how did you get here? And why are you here? But okay, come on. She jumped out of Kyle's purse. She was not boring. She wasn't boring, actually. She was seat 2. Kyle was seat 1. Kyle's jaw is protruding out from her. I can't screen share. I'm scared to do it because I'm Elsa Jean. But if Corey, I think you guys have permission to screen share. But like, if you can pull up a picture of Kyle, I'm telling you, her jaw now, her teeth are like above her top teeth, right? When she talks. And so are Erica's. And so are Gina from OC. All 3 of them.
Kyle looks like a corpse. Is
it Benz? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Kim definitely. I believe Benzo's definitely. I'm going to tell you something. Okay. I have been watching Tom Sandoval's podcast on YouTube. Let me effing tell you, it is good. And it's not even him interviewing anybody. They are interviewing him. Dr. Drew was the best one. It's telling me a lot. And I'm telling you, he's been writing back and forth to the comments. I went to his Patreon and I brought up Benzo's. I said, listen, I just want to ask you, like he said, ask me anything you want and I'll answer it, right? And I asked him I said, I just want to know, like last year, first I said 2 questions. Why are you so angry with Ariana? I said, it just really seems like you were so angry with her, even though you did what you did and say, that was that just happened. But like, again, but then again, you're so angry with her and it seems like you hate her. And I just want to know, like, where does that come from? And then I said, number 2, was there any other substance abuse besides alcohol? Because you keep talking about that. I said, because I also was on benzos. It turned me into a completely different person. When you do that for a while and even if you're prescribed them, it really can, some people, it will change your personality. It changed me. Like it made me into, I had no F's given. I acted like the crackhead I used to be before I met my husband. Like it just turned me into, and I didn't realize it until I was after that. And he seems now watching him, it seems like he's back to the Tom Sandoval that I saw for 13 years. And I said this before because we would not have been so shocked. It wouldn't have been a whole skin. It would have been all over the world if they expected something like that out of him. And then the way he acted after that. And I'm telling you, he's not excusing it. He just, I suggest watch him, honestly. Like if anybody really wants to like really understand what happened, he has Dr. Drew as one of his guests. He had Nikki Glazer and Tom and Schwartz is there. Schwartz is there, and Schwartz is born, and Schwartz is there. And I said, "Your son, he looks like a hanger-oner." He just kind of like interrupting, but he's like, "I'm learning about my friend." He said, He said, "I'm here to understand my friend."
When are them two going to get married?
I don't know, but I'm telling you, I feel fine. I feel like I'm starting to not like because I was shell shocked. Because I was like one of his number one fans. I hate Jax because of Sandoval. I hate Jax for other reasons. But like I used to have dreams about Tom Sandoval. I just thought he was the best thing ever. I just really did. And I just
Krista, really I'm worried about you, girl.
No, but I'm serious. But like being dead serious. Because he's not Jax fucking Taylor. He's not. He pulled a Jax Taylor move and he acted like Jax. And there's no way you're going to convince me that the Tom Sandoval we knew for 13 years.
My stance on Tom is he's very immature.
I really don't. I don't believe that.
I think he's very immature. I think what he does is
but like I
don't like these girls because he doesn't want to be in the relationship what he's in, and he does anything possible to so they get mad at him, so they leave him instead of doing the grown up thing. I don't want to be in a relationship. He should have been open and honest about how
I mean, you're right. And he said there was a pattern for him. He did it with Kristen. He said, but he's trying to understand. And he said it really felt like she was an addiction. Rachel was an addiction. He said, that's all I could think about. He said, he's like, I look back now and he said, I see the sickness that I have. Like, I'm telling you, it's not bad. I'm telling you, and I can understand why the cast has kind of forgiven him because he's not being the dick that we saw. I asked him too. He hasn't really brought up why he's mad at Ariana. I don't think maybe I didn't see enough of it yet, but I did. I hope that he answers me because maybe he'll. I don't know. That bothered me why he was so angry with her. I understand you did what you did, but you didn't humble. You were so mean about it, and I didn't understand that. And it didn't seem like that's who he was because he's not a Jax Taylor. Let's be honest. If it was Jax, nobody would have gave a fuck. We would have been like, oh, Jax just did. Oh, he cheated. You know what I mean? We would have expected it from Jax.
I'm sure that Jax hasn't come out the closet, to be quite honest, because they are just a cocktail away. They really are that group. They are just a cocktail away of doing everything with everyone.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I personally don't follow Vanderpump Rules. I do love Lisa, but I don't follow the show.
The comments are all of these comments that people, there's hundreds of them. He's responding. All the comments they're really positive. Like what Mamir just said. People are responding really well to this. And like there are people like me that are like, we're very angry with him and we're like, oh fuck him. I can't believe how dumb we were. Like, how did we not see it? And we were like, go la la, go la la. Nah, man. Like this really, like I'm telling you, I want to do a whole show just about it because everybody's, people say, oh, well, he's this and he's that. But listen, like, I really don't believe it. I feel like he fucked up. Yeah, he fucked up royally. And I don't know where, and I don't understand. I want to speculate what the anger with Ariana is. I don't think it's her. I think he was angry at the situation and that he knew, and he feels like she knew that they were not good. They didn't have sex for 5 years. Like, he fucked up. He said, I should have never did what I did. But he kind of, I feel like the anger was more at the fact that like when he did that, everybody acted like, oh, their relationship was so great. And he's like, we both knew that it wasn't. And she let me get crucified. But like, he's like, it's, I don't want to sit there and like sound like I'm excusing his behavior, but
the thing is, Chris,
I'm understanding him.
He's his West own enemy. He should have been upfront and honest, and this would have cut out a lot of crap.
But he puts it like he was. There's a lot of times I should have been up and own it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of,
You look back and then you start taking accountability.
he is now, I think. I mean,
And
maybe.
this is what I'm saying. It cuts a long story short. Whereas you have to do all these loops and jumps and act in this way. Just be open and honest. And that goes for anyone in the audience watching. When you're in a relationship, always be open and honest, whether or not it's good or bad. So that person knows.
Not real life, though. Like, that's
that
not
person knows how you are feeling and thinking.
You're supposed to.
How a relationship works. You need to know what's going on.
Shit happens. And, like, I feel like I don't want to, Ariana's always going to be angry with him, and I get why she's angry. But I'm starting to understand it. I don't want to feel like he's just a piece of shit like Jax. I've tried to give grace for Jax. I've tried to find good in him. Like, I don't like it's not a thing about the shit. It's what he's done to Sandoval and is what he's done to his mother. It's real deep for me. Like, it's not the fact that he blocked me. It's just the fact that his soul is okay with not speaking to his mother after she lost her husband and listen to her husband's wishes. Jax gets mad. I get it. Get mad at your mom for a year after your father dies, right? But it's been 6 years, and she loses her husband, then her son, then the husband, then her daughter-in-law. She doesn't even know who her grandson is. And Jax doing that to his mother, taking away all of that from her because you're angry because she didn't tell you. She didn't tell him how sick the father was. Father didn't.
It happens in families. It's happening in mine at the moment.
Well, that's why it's been 6 years. How are you okay with your mother losing everyone? Your father wouldn't be okay with that.
Yeah, my mom, when she had her first bout with cancer, she didn't want to tell anybody, and I was the responsible one not to let anyone know what was going on.
Corey, how did you handle that though?
It's hard. What happened was we had foster children in the house at the time, and I was left while she was in the hospital to take care of all of them. And they only get their checks like once a month. I had to let a cousin know what was going on because I needed food for the kids. And I wasn't working at the time because Brendan was just a year and a half. Wow. So I had a toddler, a 10-year-old, 6-year-old, brother and sister, and I had to find a way to feed us because mom wasn't working, so I didn't have control of her bank account then, so I couldn't go to her bank and get money, and I couldn't do anything. I had to beg people to help me
and not tell them how sick she was.
It's a shame that you're getting power of attorney while she's like, to be like, while she's not dependent to do it herself. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it just happens. You didn't expect it to happen, right? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, she just went to the doctor one day and said, I think my fibroids, my stomach grew overnight. And she had a colonoscopy, and then she wound up with colon cancer. They found a polyp.
That's how my grandma died, yeah.
I think that's really good that people foster children though and actually care for them and want them to do well. It's really good. That's a lot for a person to take on someone else's child.
Corey takes you. I love you.
Thank you. I love you more. We've had foster kids since I was a freshman in high school. So.
Yeah, it's a really good thing to have because they need love.
Yeah,
they do. They really do.
Like and like my mom too. My mom's now her fourth time too. My sister knows the truth, and I don't even know. My mom doesn't even tell. I don't even know exactly what's going on with my mother. Like that's what I'm going through right now, and I just like I don't know. I don't agree with it.
It's a burden. It's a burden when they make you do that. When they make you not tell people, it's a burden.
Tell me, and then she'll like she'll like back. She'll say something, but then I know she wants to tell me, but then she like doesn't want to go against my mom. And I've also I got to the point where I actually would go to their shore house and go through her medical records the second time. Like she was dying in front of me, and I had no idea. She didn't even it was really bad. But, I forget how I even started talking about this, but
Jax.
Yeah. Jax. That's the thing. Like, his mother, all she did was follow the father's wishes and not tell them. I understand that he got mad at her for like a year or so, but like, I don't know how, like, to me, I don't find any good in him. He screwed his best friend's girlfriend and his girlfriend's best friend. and everybody forgave him. And he was fine. He's been on the show all this time. He's had so many seasons to like be a good person, and he tries and he tries and he tries. And listen, I was Jax. I get him. I used to be him, and that's why he fucking bothers me so bad, because he never grew out of his bullshit. He just has it. His selfishness, his stealing, is all about him. And, you know, he's trying to be something he's not like me. Like, I always was like doing the wrong thing, always making the wrong, you know, like I'm a good person, but I'm making all these bad decisions. And like, I'm a project, you know what I mean? And I'm selfish and stuff. And like, he just never grew out of it. And he gets so angry, like, and he's so hateful. And like, now he jumps on the scandal bandwagon. And now where the fuck you at now? You want it?
Well, of course he is, because he's wanting to make money. It's just all making money.
No, but you're still a piece of shit that doesn't change anything. And
it's just all one big joke to make money, Krista.
Well, listen, but he should have handled it. If he wants to make something out of Scandal, don't come on and start like throwing everybody under the bus and saying this happened here, this happened. He's just a piece of shit. He's going to run himself down again. I don't have the energy in me to spend 3 years convincing this effer that he's not special. Like, I was so angry with him when I thought that he was going to come back on the show. I thought I was about to give in. I almost gave in, and I am trying to unblock myself. I'm blocked by Jax, but
Krista, you're so in date with
because I have videos of why. Like, I tried, and I almost, when this was happening, Ryan Bailey gave in and was like, I'm starting to like him, and I'm like, stay cool, dude, stay cool. Come on, man. We're the only two that get it. We're the only two that know why we hate him so much, right? Because it's kind of a sickness, right? I have videos of why, and he makes me so angry. And I almost, this time when everybody was like jumping on that bandwagon, I'm like, all right, okay. Maybe he was playing a character. Maybe he's okay. I would watch videos. I watched this thing, but he just is the same old piece of shit that he's always been.
He always talk to the cameras. That's the role they play.
But I'm going to, if I could just replay you. I did it last week. What he said about his wife. Okay. What he said about his wife when he was cheating on her, you fucking piece of shit. I just hate him. And the fact that he's sitting there throwing Sandoval under the bus, he is not you, Jax. Jax, you are still the same person that you always were, because you're in your 50s almost. Sandoval, I really believe there's something else going, like something happened with him, and he was angry at the situation, and he really effed up. And it's like, it's just crazy. It is a sickness. Shay knows how much I hate this asshole. I swear, because like when he got kicked off the show, he really thought that he was going to come back. And I'm like, I don't have the energy to spend. If that's going to happen, I'm going to have to convince him that he's not special. Like, I'm going to have to just keep telling him video, like, you are not special. And like, you don't deserve to be here. Like, you don't. You got fired for a fucking reason. And we got rid of you for a reason. And you just refused to go away. He hates my guts. We literally, when MySpace was a thing, that's when I met him in Atlantic City. We hung out with him, and he called us trash. He called us Jersey trash. And I've been blocked by Jack since MySpace. He didn't want to take pictures with us, Jersey trash, he said.
Chris, Corey, where do you think this season of Beverly Hills is going to go to after seeing this first episode?
Yeah, good question.
It's going to be all about Erica again.
Mm-hmm. And
Kyle. And I really don't care about Love Bean and her tattoos. I really don't care. Yeah, I don't care about her and Maurizio. I don't care about Dorit. I would love to see Crystal get a personality. She could really be good.
Do you know what makes me laugh the most about Crystal?
I want
on her IG. She is more animated. She is more down to earth. She's great with her daughter and stuff. But none of this translates onto the show.
I love Crystal and her housekeeper. I used to like Crystal until she called me an animal for saying that Dorit's robbery wasn't real. So she called me an animal, so I don't like her.
An animal?
Yeah, she called me and Gabor animals.
You're not the only one that called that out, though.
Well, we were on Sherelle's panel. And we said, it was me, Gabor, and Perry said, huh?
You talked to Gabor?
Uh-huh.
I love Gabor. Wherever I can try and catch him, I always pop in and say hi to him.
That makes me great. I'm glad that they watched the show. I'm glad they watched the panels, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And so we were saying that in the hood, when they rob you, they don't not tie you up and put you in the same room. They don't allow your children to sleep. Y'all all in the same room. You lucky you still got your clothes on. Okay. if they robbing you in the hood.
Leaving you your cell phone.
And we were giggling and sniggling because we was like, there's no robbers ain't nice like that. Not even in California. So PK went on a rant about us for a while on Instagram. Then she picked it up trying to be all up Dorit's behind, called us animals. I was like, really, girl? Really? We animals because we speaking the truth?
I mean, there's a lot of shit that didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. Like it still doesn't.
Like, I've never known robbers to be wearing designer slippers robbing a house.
And why are they leaving her cell phone and letting her know where it is and lighting it up?
Exactly.
Well, I said, come on, man. Like, that got me. I said, wait a minute. Wait. Where are these nice robbers from? And again, why are you firing? Then PK comes back and he fires his security, hires new security, and leaves his family, his kids with the new people that he doesn't even know.
It's so set up. It's so set up. It's disgusting how set up it is. And if people really take that in and believe that, you've got to be stupid in the head.
So is that like where their house is? So their house is in like a nicer area? Is that what
Encino, their area of Encino is really nice. They're all $8 million, $10 million homes. It's the second place where Black Hollywood lives.
So it's not.
Yeah, those who don't live in Calabasas live in Encino. Encino and Studio City, they live.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and do you guys remember the first Karate Kid? Didn't they move to Encino?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
yeah, they lived in the hood in Encino, which is Reseda. Mm-hmm.
Reseda. Okay.
Yeah, Reseda is right next to Encino.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's all I know. When we keep saying it, I keep thinking about that and how he felt like. Okay. Because then I'm like, I remember
there really is an Encino Hills.
Okay, it's I listened. The Karate Kid was on the other day when we were on a panel. I was so excited,
and I left and watched it.
I know it was awesome, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. I watched part 2 the next day.
Yeah, I don't know where. I don't understand why we're still doing the thing with. I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that Andy brought her on and kind of asked her everything yesterday because it was in real time. And, obviously she's not going to be happy about him holding hands with Emma Slater. I mean, obviously that's, I don't think she expected all that. But again,
I don't think that dance has been.
But he's doing it in front of fucking everybody. He's doing it in front of the cameras. He knows he's being watched. Mm-hmm. He lost respect for her. It's obvious.
I don't think that dance has been with him. I think that dance has got a bit more up herself. She'd not go to some dirty little rat like that. Huh? Come on. She's not that soft.
Who, Emma? Who are you talking about?
Yeah, the dancer gets enough money. She didn't want a free meal off him.
Well, the thing is, he can't even dance, so he probably can't F either. Think about it. He can't dance, right, at all. Somebody who is his, what is he? Puerto Rican, Spanish, whatever. For somebody
that's Turkish, actually,
he should be able to move. I feel like he should be able to dance.
Like this is why he can't fulfill Kyle.
Well,
because he hasn't got the moves.
Well, he also has to go get a doll. If you ever look at Elsa Jean, she's one of those baby dolls porn stars. Mm-hmm. She's very little. She looks like she's 12. That really freaks me the fuck out.
I think if someone really gave it to Kyle, she couldn't handle it. I don't think so. I think she's with who she should have been with her entire life. Yeah, the chick. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think they're sisters. I really do.
You do?
If they were doing something, they wouldn't be so public about their friendship. Think about it. If something was going on, she would not be so public hanging out with her, right?
Yeah.
Why would she make a video about it if it was really
short? It's short to make money. It's all front and short to make money.
It's her half sister, I'm telling you.
Oh, so she's gay for pay.
She conveniently
like most people are.
conveniently enters the chat when she's going through something with Mauricio, and I just think it was a happenstance that she found. I think that Kyle probably knew her father had affairs and stuff, and
definitely.
Yeah, and Morgan, I'm sure Morgan probably knew that Kyle. It was probably kept a secret because everything in the Hilton thing is a secret. Everything's a secret, right? Mm-hmm. And if she's doing a documentary, since when are you a documentaryist or whatever the hell you call it? Right? What are you doing a documentary for? Because you're her family. You got a tattoo of her initial. You don't do that with somebody that you're having an affair with when you're cheating on your husband. You don't do that with anybody unless you're like long lost sisters, best friends. Think about it. Why would you get that tattoo of somebody else's initial? Unless that's like your sister, unless you have something, a common bond that bonds you for life, right? That's how I feel. And I
think about that. I forgot her dad was a Rolling Stone.
Yes, her dad, like he cheated on the mom. Like there was a lot of things. Like who knows? Like Morgan's a famous, she's a country singer, but that doesn't mean like she didn't live over. You know what I mean? Who knows? Like, he traveled for business. So he probably had affairs. Well, he did have affairs, and like of course, if he has a child out of wedlock, or that maybe her mom had a husband or something. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things. So this documentary to me is something probably to do with Kyle. And every time they ask her about, they all like Freddie will look at her, like they'll ask, are you looking up at Morgan? Freddie will look at her and like it's going to come out. I'm like 99% sure that's what it is. Because again, I don't think she's even if she is bi, she's not going to be so open about it when she's not even separated. They weren't even talking about separation.
It's just greedy. Greedy and lonely.
Happenstance, and it's like, okay, wait, let us all look over here so we don't look over here at Mo. Because in the meantime, they're taking out mortgages, they're buying each other out of the divorce, like they're doing things on over here that they didn't want us to see. So yeah, make us think you're sleeping around with Morgan Wade. Like, why not? Make it a thing.
They have a lot of properties they have to buy each other out of. They have Aspen, they have Puerto Rico, they have one in Mexico.
Well, is everything shared? All the money?
There's
like,
a pattern.
When you work?
There's a pattern going on with these housewives. Every time the show's going to come up,
I know.
All the rubbish comes out. They're addicted, and this is what they do. This is what's
sleeping around.
It's what PAs do. These hire paparazzi to come and get the photos for them to make content. It's not like back in the olden days where paparazzi would start you down without you telling them. These actually phone them up and like TMZ them saying, look, we're going to be here.
Remember before TMZ, we had to wait for Star Magazine and
The Inquirer.
Teen Beat.
Yep.
It's like a total different
right on.
Even now, when you want to know what a house, like if you want to know about reality TV or what's going on in reality TV, where do you go to? You don't go to CNN, you don't go to Channel 6, you come to us. You go to social media and you find out from us, like, what is going on.
You just got the main source because they're the ones lying on themselves.
Well, we keep their narratives running throughout the year between seasons. They give us stuff to talk about so they stay relevant and we watch what's going on. But like, they're hiding real shit, like Robin Dixon hiding her real fucking problems from us. And then who was the other one? Kyle, she's not hiding it, but not saying shit about Mauricio for 13 effing years. Nobody's ever, besides Brandy, called her out about the cheating rumors. And listen, if they're rumors, they talk about rumors all the time. Everything they talk about is a rumor, right?
Yeah,
so why are you talking about Kyle's rumors? I love that person. If somebody said, "Where's Kyle?" and they're like, "Oh, in denial." I was like, that was so good. I forget who said it. She's in the bathroom. Or she's in denial somewhere. I'm like,
Sutton said it.
Have you been out on the Raz drinking? Is this why you got a bad throat? It's called a hangover.
Listen, like Erica's face looks. I don't know. I'm not on to age shame anybody, but like I watching OC and like the lighting with Shannon, and I don't understand. Like I guess maybe they're just getting older. I don't know, but the close-ups that they're doing with like Lisa's face and like Erica's face, and even Kyle looked way better last year. Guys, something is up with her jaw. Something is up with her jaw.
She's corroding, Krista. She's corroding.
It's coming
she
out.
Had a chin implant put in.
That's what happened. Oh, Corey, you could have just called it right there. I did not fucking think of that.
Yep.
Erica's doing this.
She had her chiclets done, her boobs reduced.
Watch her when she talks.
And she probably had her chin done.
I know where Erica keeps the jewelry in her fake tits.
Well, listen, the burglars probably have it. The nice burglars have stuff. Listen, again, this is another thing. She told us that those earrings got stolen. The actual earrings were stolen. And they had to be replaced. So they are not the same earrings. So why?
Not. I knew that ages ago.
Everybody's all shocked that they're not the same earrings. She's told us they weren't. I don't know why she thought that people would not remember. I don't understand that whole thing. Like, listen, whatever. I've been saying this. It's been, oh my God, Krista. It's been 3 years now. I think it's when she filed for divorce. Oh my God. I think I've been arguing this for 3 years. Almost. Jesus Christ. Well, it's November again.
I think those earrings I think Tom allegedly borrowed those earrings from the jeweler, let her hold them for a couple of days,
and then forgot.
When, quote unquote, were stolen, and then he bought her a cheaper pair of earrings.
Well, then why say that they got stolen? To go insurance money. Duh, never mind. Never mind.
Corey and Krista, after going to that weekend away meditation, my new name is Black Crow. I am one with the sun, and I fly through the air of freedom, looking down on everyone. Have you got any names? What you've want to call yourselves?
No, I can't. Being an Indigenous woman, I can't play with that.
I'm Snow White. Listen, I'm Snow White. I'm Snow White.
You Snow White, okay.
If you got to see all my animals, guess what else I have? Not only do I have a groundhog and squirrels, guess what else? There was a raccoon out there today. He was fat as
Lord.
He was as fat as my groundhog.
Corey, the reason why I'm playing for far is because they made the women look absolutely stupid.
Well, see,
they were just using them to get into each other.
I mean,
trust me, I was hot the whole entire episode.
Yeah.
I was mad at Dorit. I say she has proven herself racist yet again.
This is what I'm saying. That's why I've went and turned around and said what I said. What's your name? Because it's an absolute joke what she's doing.
I was mad at Dorit that whole episode. As the time when I was an extra in Major League Part 2, and they asked us to do the tomahawk chop. I was like, really? No, I'm not doing that.
Well, see, I didn't okay. See, I didn't get. I don't. Yeah.
The Dorit's very weird when she comes to other ethnic groups of people. She really is. She's like very strange how she comes across. It's weird.
Her confessional, she spoke perfectly good English, making fun of Erica talking about her. She's like she's perfectly good, and that's her real voice. I'm telling you, because how do you if you can't speak real English, like if you really can't speak English, like real English, why can you do it then? I don't get it. Like, you're not a good actress.
He's not been hanging around PK, because remember, he's been hanging out at the Beverly Hills Hotel by himself.
Oh, God. Yeah,
allegedly.
Well, Corey's having a date with Doritos and Cheetos.
Why are they? What is the reason for separation? Did they say?
No, they didn't say.
Of course not.
Dorit may be like me. Sometimes when I am around someone who has an accent, sometimes I'll spit it back out at them if I'm around them long enough. I don't do it intentionally. It just happens because I'm a mimic.
Yeah.
And I think when she's not been hanging around PK because he ain't been home, she's losing her Euro trash voice, you know?
Yeah.
That's not even a European voice, Corey. I'll tell you that now. That's not even an English accent.
I'm trying to think what it is. Is it like maybe it's country with a little?
I think she was trying to do a Southern African accent, and it went all wrong. Because in England, we do not talk like her. We were like, what accent is that?
I know. And she's really not. And like when she gets mad, it goes away. It turns into a accent. And I was like, where did that come from? I'm like,
she's sister girl all of a sudden.
Confused. She's always confused. She's confused about who she is. I think she's confused about what she thinks we care about. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. She thinks we're stupid. I don't.
They really are women. They like. It's like.
I mean, Veneer, I blame Bravo too. Bravo does it all the time.
Well, Veneer,
that,
she was racist this time because she had this woman who's supposed to be indigenous, 2 indigenous women there, or First Nation as you call them, doing a ceremony or like a soul searching native type activity, and they really didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was even if that woman wasn't indigenous and she was playing indigenous, it still racist because it's cultural appropriation.
The thing is, Dorit was playing that to get pot shots at Erica. That's the point blank what she was doing.
She was
And
colorblind.
it's a bit sick.
Yeah.
It's a bit sick instead of just taking it to a bar and saying, look, you did this crap to me. I want this sorted out now. You don't bring in a whole different ethnic group and their ways of healing just to get your little claws into Erica to like Erica's in the wrong.
I'm glad that you said that because I didn't think of it like that. I really didn't think of that. So I'm glad.
Yeah, it was like making a mockery
I'm glad
of
that
the ceremony.
because I need to, you know.
Well, look at the way PK's reaction was to it. He knew what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was not. He was joking.
He was throwing her under the bus.
Now, do you think she realizes what she did, or no? Do you really think she realizes what?
No, because Dorit is dumb.
She is.
I think she's going to get rid of him, though. I think she's trying to make out. She's looking like, I don't know. There's something, a glint in her eye where I think she's done with him and she's moving on to upper and better. I think that's what's going on with Dorit.
I think PK's going to go to jail.
I think they're both grifters, actually. I mean, listen, they really do. Their businesses don't really pan out. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't understand what really they're. I know she's a housewife. She makes money on the Housewives, but does she still have Beverly Beach? Does she still?
No.
She never had it. Those bridesmaids' dresses were a fraud. It was someone else making them.
What about the Beverly Beach? That went away?
Yeah, I think that went away.
All right. Well, that's grifters.
I miss her old. I remember Dorit from back in the 90s.
I don't.
Her swimsuit brand.
I don't.
I do.
I mean, like
she used to have that, and she used to do swimwear, and she used to do something else. I think it was like cruisewear back in the 90s.
An Italian designer. That's where she worked from when she was younger.
And he was Boy George's. That
was more recently.
Right. Okay.
He was in the real estate business, and then like everyone in 2008, it all crashed.
Me too. Yeah.
And
that was the first of 2008.
He lost a lot of money in that real estate crash.
And left. He left.
And like mortgage fraud and shit over here in Jersey. We did a lot of shit because that money we had coming in, we didn't. You know, we were young and we didn't expect the mortgage that, you know, for the economy to crash the way it did in 2000. We thought that money was going to come in forever. We were young, stupid, got greedy, committed mortgage frauds. You know what I mean? We all kind of did something stupid over here, but like that 2008 ruined it for everyone. And if you were a criminal and a grifter and greedy and didn't want to go get a real ass job, it was like, what do we do? You know, change a little bit on a bank statement, and then it turns into what Joe Giudice did. You know what I mean? It turned into like what Frank did. You know what I mean? Like you got me doing mortgages. You got the other one giving me, you know, my realtor friends giving me the mortgages. I got this one who's flipping houses. I'm putting them through. You know what I mean? It was all this big thing. And then before you know it, you know, we were in trouble.
Because you make me laugh so much when you get into Vanderpump Rules. I've never seen anyone so obsessed, apart from Candy Washington, who's obsessed in it too. And I'm just like, oh,
that was my first show. That was, I watched it before OC. I used to have dreams about it. I'm so emotionally invested in that show and those characters. Like, and I know I can't like
I could never tell.
I'm telling you, like I do. Like I used to have dreams about like going to meet them. Like I used to say to like Ryan Bailey, like my list of people that I wanted to have on my show. It was like Tom Sandoval was number one, and then like Ryan Bailey. You know what I mean? Like it was like I wanted to have Jax, like just because I want to talk to him. I want to ask him like things. Like I just have questions. I have questions for him. Because I want him to answer questions. That's all. I just have some questions for these people. It's been since 2013. This motherfucker won't talk to me.
I want them questions answered.
I want to know, like, why don't you your mom? Like, why do you think that's okay? Like, why did you fuck Kristen? Why do you fucking think that you can like tell Sandoval he's a piece of shit and that makes you not one all of a sudden?
Do you know what's going to happen? Chris is going to dress up as a nurse when Jax is in hospital on his last day. He's going to stand over him like Kill Bill with a lethal injection. Tell me why now.
I'm going to tell you guys a secret. You and the 30,000 people that are probably going to watch this. Guess what I did? I'm so petty. I went to his podcast and I gave him a 1-star rating.
The bird.
I had no idea that they see who does it. I didn't know that you could see the person that did it until I got my podcast and I went to go see my ratings. And I'm like, oh, you can see the person's name and race. I'm like, I can't go back and change it now. Oh shit. And I'm like, finally I get to something where I'm not blocked on him, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna give him a 1-star rating. Who's he think he is? 1 star. And I'm like, shit. Fuck. Oh man. I'm like,
have consequences.
I was like, that was the pettiest thing I've ever done. And I did one other thing that was really bad. There was a picture of Brittany one time in the ocean, and she looked pregnant. She was so big, but she wasn't pregnant. She was fat. And I took a picture of it, and then I was like, "Congratulations, you're pregnant again!" I was like, "Oh!" And I posted it everywhere, and it was so mean because I think she's homophobic. I think that she's all the things that people said she was. I don't like her. I think she's fake as fuck. I think she's just as fake as him. And I think that Jax's Rowdy Bites podcast.
Personally, when it comes to homophobia, and stuff like that, well, it's clear as day, I'm gay. But the thing is, it doesn't bother me what other people think. I know what I am. And it does not faze me what other people say or do, because at the end of the day, they're not living my life. They can say what the hell they want. I don't really care. They're not living my life. They can have their opinion, but they're not living my life.
I mean, listen, I always tell you, we have bigger fish to fry with him. Like she can just go suck 10. I don't care. Go suck. He's got a foot fetish that makes me throw up. Amir, Reality Bites. I went to his podcast when I found that he had one. I listen. He was on some live thing doing he was talking about the show once it was airing. He was talking about Vanderpump Rules. They hired him for 8 fucking episodes. They only did 3 and got rid of them. So I don't know where him and Brittany thought that they were important, and then we wanted to hear what they had the fuck to say, because nobody really does. Okay. And listen, nobody's talking to them on the cast. They jumped on the bandwagon. They did not get on the Vanderpump Rules. They're not on Vanderpump Rules. They're on a whole separate show about family life. Kristen doesn't have my husband or kids. It's Kristen, Brittany, and Jax. It's not, I would rather have all the other ones that have kids. You know what I mean? Like Lala, Shayna.
It's defeating the purpose of what the actual show is about.
It's called The Valley or something. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm like, this dude's not going to be, I don't have the energy to convince him at this show. Because if this is a hit, and listen, I said it last week on House of Villains. I tried with him on House of Villains. I'm like, okay, he's here. Maybe he'll act like a fucking normal person. Like maybe he'll just surprise me and act like a normal person. But no, everything comes out of his mouth is contrived, and he's just so fucking horrible.
Is House of Villains good? Because I've never seen one.
It was actually really good. I actually really liked the first episode, and I loved because I like Johnny Bananas from The Challenge.
Why didn't Spidey go on there?
He's on. He is
on there.
He's coming. He comes in the and I think I don't know if they get rid of people and some come in, but he's on the end. So somebody's like, who's he? The thing with Jax, he acts like he didn't know who any of them were, and that makes me really angry because he doesn't know who they are. That's how cool, stupid he is.
He thought he was that big.
An ego.
Huh?
It's called an ego.
He's just. I think you're giving him too much credit. He has to think with that. You have to think with that. But
he thinks he's a legend, but he's really just a legend.
He thinks. He thinks Sandoval is his or something. He thinks that's his thing. I don't know. He needs to go. I really hope Tom responds back to me. I'm really excited. All right. I'm sorry that I went on a whole tangent about Vanderpump because
ladies in the chat, I'm gonna have to go because I've got groceries coming. Kristen,
I gotta go too. I got curbside orders I gotta pick up.
Me too. Mine come too. I order them. I love it. I'm telling you, the pandemic ruined life for me because I don't want to leave my house. Thank God, you can get everything delivered. If it's not Amazon, it's Instacart. I'm like, if I need toothpaste, I'm calling Instacart. I don't have to leave my house.
I just wish it was the cheaper shops where you can get your groceries from that deliver.
I
know.
I didn't know it was more money.
That's the problem over here. It'll probably be the same in the US as well.
Am I going to talk to you before your surgery? Somehow?
Give
me on Instagram.
I know, reality time, Freddie. I'm not there.
Together, that's right.
Candy Washington, I normally see her. See, because everyone else, with it being American time, I'm on UK time. This is why I catch you, because you're on earlier.
Yeah.
And Candy was on earlier last night at 10 o'clock for my time. It's hit and miss, isn't it?
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that conversation we had on. I forgot we were on Reality Diamond. I asked him to come today, but I knew that he was at work. But if you're gonna jump on his or something, I'll find you on there. I'll get you on there. But I want to, anybody that's watching, please let's pray for
yes,
for your surgery, Kendra. Seriously, I know you don't want to you don't have to put your whole name up there, but I hope that everything is okay because I know this is something you keep having to go through, and
it's the aftermath what I'm worried about. Trying to walk, it's going to be a nightmare. That's what I'm worried about, especially when it's close to my birthday and Christmas time, and you just want to be around your family.
Yeah, my birthday's in December too. What day is yours?
10th.
Mine's the 1st. You Sag. You are such a Sag. You are
we not supposed to be even Sagittarius.
What do you mean? What were you supposed to be? Scorpio?
No, we're supposed to be the snake charmer, and they cut it out.
Oh, what the heck does that even mean? I don't know. I gotta look that up.
Yeah, they messed it all up. They kept it to a 12 instead of a 13 star sign.
Oh, no.
But at the end of the day, I just hope the surgery goes well. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for being kind to us. And Corey, it was nice speaking to you.
Love you.
Love you.
We will probably have back and forths and not agree with everything we say, but it's all
cool. It's okay.
It's not that deep.
Nope. It's not. It's not.
It's different
perspective. And I always love your perspective.
It's like, this is what I love about people around the world because they see things differently and it's not all the same. And this is what makes it fun.
And we're not cult.
Different perspective on everything.
Listen, we're not a cult. Right. We're not cult people. We don't have to. If we all agreed, like I said, we would be.
God, it's annoying when everyone agrees. It really is.
I need different perspectives because I know that I have issues that I'm working on. So when you guys give me your perspectives, I learn from you guys. That's why I always say, like, we respectfully disagree, and we all really do care about each other a lot.
I always learn from you guys. Always.
I know definitely next Friday I can't make it to the live because I'll have been in surgery that day. It could be any time during the day. So, and it depends how long it takes, like, for us to get out of hospital, really, to come and just even type, let alone speak on a depending on the pain, what I'm going to be in, because like they're literally taking bone out of my hip and putting it in the cap. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Yes, you are definitely in my prayer circle.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to and we'll have to catch up because I want to make, I'll be worried about you. So making sure you get out of surgery.
And you on my Insta.
Yeah, I know. But if you're not able, to, like, I'll be sitting like, I don't want to bug you. I'll be like, are you okay?
Even she's on the Insta.
He might be on that good. She might be on that good pain.
You might not want to go live. Feel like loopy on live. Feel like
I've even got Freddie on the Insta and Candy Washington. But no,
I have not seen Freddie in so long.
It's working, and he tries to put it to American times, which is crap for us in the UK because it's too late, and I've got to be asleep at a certain time. We're getting like me chest monitored and that for breathing properly because I have problems with sleeping where I stop breathing. So like I say, I've got to be on. I can only be on certain times, but like I'll go on Freddy's if he's early. The same with Candy's, the same with Krista's. It's like he's a cool,
Yeah, I was hoping to. I try to stick to the same time, so I'm trying to, every Friday because I like when we all like. I'm glad that we can do this on Friday.
Yeah. You should go over and speak to Candy and go on Candy's as well, because she's got insight.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah,
she does.
Yeah.
I like her point of view.
Yeah, did you hear what happened to her?
No.
Beverly Hills tried taking down her YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. She did say that.
Yeah.
They did that and with that real Andy of Beverly Hills.
Right.
Like the real Andy of Beverly Hills, I remember back in the day. He's the one where
but why though? Like I'm saying a bunch of stuff right now. Like, are they going to try to take me down? You know what I mean? Like,
I think with Candy and Real Andy, it all started with Diana.
Oh. Okay.
Because you can get so much dirt on the beef on who wrote the book number 23. That's why she was so shady.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Well, guys, my Walmart order is ready. I gotta go.
My husband's walking in the door, and everybody, listen. Thank you so much, guys.
Everyone have fun and have a good night.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, guys. All right. Well, thank you guys. It's been a couple hours, 2 hours, but I'm good. I was watching a conversation and I got to change my font. My font is so big that I can barely see my chat, but I look weird. I look really, the color is like freaking me out. I don't know why my color's off, but like I look purple, but I love you guys. Let's say a prayer for Candor, for surgery. Thank you guys for watching, listening. I see everybody on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and all that. And I appreciate, everybody that's watching afterwards, like my replays. The replays were getting good, and now they're like slowing down a little bit. But I appreciate everybody because we